the gun. The ball's on the 13-yard line. He's clapping as if they're going to snap it. They do snap it. He takes off running on a design quarterback draw. He has the first down. He spins into the end zone. What a play by Mendoza. And what a call. It was a design run. He bounced off a couple of hits. Looked like he was going to get the first down. He wasn't satisfied. It's another highlight reel play for Mendoza.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Mendoza took the snap. He was on the goal line, so had to lunge for it. He did. And the celebration begins. Kurt Signetti has led the Indiana Hoosiers to the national championship in one of the great coaching jobs of all time, in one of the great turnarounds in American sports history. The Indiana Hoosiers are football national champions.
No one thought we could do it, especially at the beginning of the year. Everybody's like, Indiana, Cinderella story. Well, this is one hell of a Cinderella. Oh, excuse my language. This is one of the hell of a flipping Cinderella story we got here. And just so proud of my guys, and it's hallelujah, thank God.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Well, this is one hell of a Cinderella. Oh, excuse my language. A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
And I just didn't answer.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Markel.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous. Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
It is a final. The Indiana Hoosiers are champions of the college football world. You heard there on ESPN Radio, Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy on the call. Cappy, a true Radio Rinaldi for you this morning.
George,
wait, you forgot the 7:02 and 40 seconds. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. Oh, yeah, that.
Okay, go ahead.
Top of the hour integrity. George, I think that McDonough said it so well in the clip that we just heard, that if you just looked at last night's game as a football game that crowned a national champion, if that's the way you looked at the game, you're missing the seismic nature of what we saw in sports.
Yeah.
And I don't mean in 2026 sports. I mean in the history of sports in America. We just watched something that we've never seen before, and we should all take a second here to just understand that.
So what I would say to you is this. I agree 1,000%, because here's what happens today, unfortunately, and these things get conflated, and I don't think that they're necessarily correlated. The conversation becomes, is Indiana the greatest college football national champion ever? And it's like, no, they're not. However, to your point, their story stands alone. Like, there is no doubt and question about that.
They are to college football like what Kurt Warner was to the Super Bowl, right? Like, no one had ever seen a guy who had gone from, small college football to couldn't make it in the NFL to battling his way through the Arena League and stocking the shelves at the grocery store and becoming the MVP of the Super Bowl. Like, that's a story we'd never heard of before. Yeah. Indiana University in football was, and this is not an opinion, this is what, these are stats. Statistically speaking, they were the worst college football program historically. And in 2 years, a coach that comes from a smaller school with a quarterback that nobody wanted goes to the opponent's hometown with the quarterback from that hometown, with the coach on the opposing sideline who he's coaching his alma mater, and they take down really a brand in college football that Indiana doesn't measure up against. The layers to the story, the Signetti part of it, the Mendoza part of it, the Miami part of it, the historical part. I could just keep going on. And honestly, there are a lot of lessons in life that people could take away from this, should they choose to. Otherwise, for those of you guys that just wanted to say you watched a football game last night, no big deal. For me, it was a whole lot deeper than just some football game last night.
You know what it did for me? I now feel good about UCLA football. Like, I could get UCLA now could get to this point.
You should. You
do.
Absolutely should.
You're actually right on, because I feel the exact same way. Like, my Pitt Panthers, yeah, they've got a history.
Here we go.
Yeah, they've won a
Panthers.
There's been Heisman trophies, and there's been All-Americans, and there's been national championships, but it's been a really, really, really long time. And in the world that we live in now, where we all just assume that whichever school has the most money can automatically win, it just kind of goes to show you that you find the right coach, you find the right quarterback, you find the right group of guys, and that's what Mendoza kept talking about over and over again. I know a lot of people think he's corny. I don't. But,
he is, but it's still great. Like, it's adorable.
It's okay to be corny and those two things can live together, right? I mean, corny and adorable are kind of, cousins.
But just think about that guy out there, that kid,
But by the way, I didn't want to stop. Now the music's over.
Oh.
I didn't want to stop you.
Oh, because I was really on a roll?
Yeah. I mean, you sounded great.
Oh, thanks.
But nobody wanted him. I mean, maybe when he was coming out of high school, sure.
Yeah,
but not like right now. Like, he had a lot of offers to go a lot of different places when he chose Indiana.
Right, but don't you see that you got to build the drama, George?
I get you. But it was a little misleading. Like, you know what I mean?
But the first thing Lindsay said was, really?
Well, it is true. I mean, Mendoza talked about it after the game.
Well, no. Out of high school, we've talked about it, his only offer was Yale. And then Cal swooped in because a quarterback coach told Jeff Wilcox at Cal, you need to see this kid in Miami. He can be something.
Right. So when you're a kid in Miami and you grow up, and by the way, you could be a kid in Los Angeles and you grow up a fan of the hometown team. Right. And let's just say that USC won't even look at you out of high school.
Right.
And you find yourself finally getting to a school and putting up some decent numbers. And then later
by the way,
on,
the coach at that time is now the head coach at Duke, Manny Diaz. So they that was the coach when Mendoza was being recruited.
Yeah, so the thing is that you grow up in Miami and you dream of playing for Miami.
He literally lives about a half a mile away from the school.
and so yet nobody wanted him. Right. You know, the dream
By the way,
was
not to mention both parents were athletes at the school.
Right.
Dad was a rower who made the Olympic team but could not make the 92 Olympics because of injury. His mom, who we've obviously seen, dealing and battling MS, is a Hall of Fame tennis player at the University of Miami.
Right. So like your parents went to school there, you grew up there, you dreamt of playing there, and your dreams were crushed by a school that wouldn't even so much as let you walk onto their team. I mean, listen, whether or not these are all the exact 100% facts, this is the way the story is being delivered. And
that's right. That part is right
received.
now. Yeah, now you got it. Yeah.
And so now, for a kid who wasn't recruited by the school and they didn't even let him walk on, to now, all these years later, as he said last night, Mendoza, after the game, I thought he put it brilliantly. It was a full circle moment for him. Right? To not only be in the national championship game, but to be in his hometown against the hometown team that wouldn't even give him the consideration, especially, George, to your point, given who his family was in the history of that school's department, athletic department. Look, they weren't star NCAA basketball players and they weren't star football players, but they had really accomplished careers at that school. They meant something there, and it meant something to the kid, and he had the full circle moment last night of being in his hometown and beating his hometown team.
Well, this is one hell of a Cinderella. Oh, excuse my language.
My new favorite draft.
I loved it. And by the way, I'll give you one else. Listen, I'll give you one other.
Remember when I told you I met that kid?
Yeah,
do you remember?
I do.
I told you this kid at Cal, I am in love with him. Like, I love him.
Yeah.
And I told everyone that I could imagine that understood sports, and understood, hey, this is the kind of guy you root for. I told everybody that story. You know how many people along this ride have texted me and said, I can't believe the kid you told me about a year ago or more than a year ago now at Cal is this kid now at Indiana playing this way and having these guys on this trajectory. I'm like, I told you, this kid,
Yeah.
like, there's just something about him.
Well, here's what's about him now, because as we've described this full circle moment.
Oh, your boy, not your boy, Cappy, but Greg. Not only was Tom Brady there.
Oh, yeah, they were all.
But Mark Davis was there, walked right past me on the sideline in the pregame.
The bowl cut was there and watching, saying, that's my number one pick.
There's
they
our
were
guy.
there. And by the way, the Jets were there. Everybody was there.
This is the guy.
But Tom Brady and Mark Davis were patrolling the sidelines.
I think John Spytek was there, too.
Because they're looking at this kid and they're going, this young man right here has a magical quality about him that is going to change our franchise in the next 10 to 15 years. This is going to be the Tom Brady of the Raiders. That's what they were thinking.
He is literally, like, he idolizes Tom Brady. Like, idolizes him, can quote him probably better than Brady can quote himself.
Understandably so.
Does he get his newsletter, the TB12 newsletter?
He might. I didn't ask him about the newsletter.
He should get the newsletter. He should get it. He should follow it. He should follow it.
He may have the, what is it? The kale pajamas, too. You never know.
The thing is that Mendoza's story, what's so beautiful about it is that when he leaves Cal, and he has the opportunity now to possibly go home to Miami.
They did chat with him.
And he didn't. He went to Indiana. Now, the thing about Indiana is it's not like he went to Georgia or Oregon or any of these branded schools. Yeah. He went to a school where they were taking a chance in some ways on him, even though he'd become a proven commodity at this point. But Mendoza was taking a chance on Indiana and on Curt Signetti. Because, yes, Curt Signetti had gone there, and in year one he had changed the program. But it's still a downtrodden historical program. But you take a program like this that needed the kind of leadership that Mendoza brought, and you put those two things together, and all of a sudden today, on a Tuesday morning, we have this incredible story. Because, again, remember, if Mendoza goes to Miami, he's going home. If he goes to Georgia, he's joining an SEC powerhouse. If he goes to Alabama, Ohio State, et cetera, et cetera. He went to Indiana. He took a leap of faith. And that's the other part of this story, George, is that Curt Signetti has now done something that we've just never, ever, ever seen before. You know, when Nick Saban had already been at Michigan State, he'd already been at LSU. Alabama was his powerhouse. Frickin' Indiana, Curt Signetti was at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where his dad was a legend. He was at James Madison, this little school that was just starting to grow in the world of football. And he took over Indiana, again, same story. Not Oregon, not Miami, not Georgia, not Alabama. Little freaking Indiana. And in 2 years, from nothing to national champion, Heisman Trophy, highest paid guy. And by the way, you talk about the Raiders wanting Mendoza. I think maybe somebody may have said this in the early part of the coaching carousel.
Me?
Go get... Oh, it was you?
Yes.
Oh, smart move. Smart move by you. Go get Signetti, Raiders. You talk about a guy who can turn an entire organization around? Go get Signetti, too. That was a smart idea by you, pal.
Yeah, I'm full of smart ideas.
Yeah, I just got to listen, I think, a little bit better, maybe.
Oh, my God. Yeah, what a crazy night, man. Just what a crazy night. The second half of that game was excellent. The first half was, it was a slugfest the whole way. Every player to a man on both sides said that was as physical a football game as they've ever played at that stage of their life. And it was a absolute slugfest.
Yeah.
A 15-round fight. And, the second half was just great action. And for it to end the way it ended, the Mendoza touchdown, then Miami stops them, or Miami scores. How about that kid Malachi Tony?
Oh, my God. The kid is incredible.
This kid should be in high school right now.
Right.
He classified up.
Right.
He started the year as a 17-year-old, and he's one of the best receivers in college football.
Yeah, and I just kept screaming at the TV last night, get the ball to 10.
Yeah.
You've got to put the ball in that kid's hands and put him out in space. And, in fact, the touchdown that he scored, I thought it was a pitch they actually ruled it as a pass.
It's
for
a shovel
Carson
pass.
Beck.
It's a shovel pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. And the only reason I knew is because Prize Picks was trying to give me this early payout. And once they told me that Beck had thrown a touchdown pass, I was like, when did he throw a touchdown pass? I really didn't understand statistically that it was a pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, it was a
so, but it really, Miami, to their credit, man, they're battling. They've got some defensive
listen,
linemen.
You're down 17-7. They're getting the ball to start like that. They lose. Indiana scores there. The game is over.
Yeah, and they just kept battling Miami. Defensively, I got to give it up to Miami. And their defensive ends and their defensive tackles, I know everybody says these guys are like first-round draft choices. They look
Ruben
like
Bain
grown men.
is for sure. I don't know about the other guys being first-round guys, but they are. But Ruben, like to your point, the entire line was incredible.
And then you realize, and this is another thing, I hope people don't take away from what Indiana did by saying this, but it is worth mentioning. Indiana's average age of player.
23 years old.
I heard 24 last night. But
it might be 24. It might be 24, but I was told 23, but go ahead.
But let's just go with 24 for a second here.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, that's significant, too, when you're talking about man strength, right?
Yeah,
versus
right.
18, 19-year-olds that are playing.
Right, because if your average age is 24 and you've got, let's say you got 20 kids on the team that are all freshmen that are all 18 or 19 years old, that means you got a couple of 40-year-olds on this team.
You got a bunch of Chris Winkies. Remember
right.
that guy?
I mean, you got a bunch of guys that are 35 years old on this team, and the only reason the average age is 24 is because you got a recruiting class of a bunch of 18-year-old kids.
A bunch of guys in the portal that are like Scott Bakula and Necessary Roughness.
Right. I mean, and listen, here's the one thing about that is that you might think that now that we're in 2026 and we're 6 years removed from COVID, that this will all flush itself out because there's still that kid who missed a year here, missed a year there, et cetera.
Yeah.
But I think actually, George, the average age of college football players we're about to see 10 years from now that instead of the average age being 19 or 20, we might see 22 or 23. And the reason I think for that is because now, and this is the thing, all
kids
these
are going to stay.
Well, not only that, but think about this. You're a high school kid. You want to go to USC or UCLA. They're not going to recruit you because all they're going to do is recruit the portal. You haven't found a home to go play D1 college football. The smartest thing you could do is go play community college football for 2 years. Now you're 20 years old, and you still have 5 years to complete 4 years of eligibility. So now, if you go from high school to a community college, and then from a community college to a D1 or whatever type school, by the time you get done, you might actually be 24 or 25 years old. So I think that's going to happen.
7:17, you heard the bell there. Good morning, by the way.
Hey, now.
The first 15 minutes of the show, presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. In that time, you could have gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change and gotten your oil change, gotten your car work done, gotten a lube job, Cappy. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and to score game-winning coupons.
Nice. And, Cappy, and this is something we can get into a little bit in the next segment. Greg made an interesting point. You made an interesting point, right? This is about, Indiana makes Greg believe that Bob Chesney, who, again, I'm a huge fan of, right? I was telling Greg when the rumors were out, like, this is the guy you want to hire, okay? Is he going to be Curt Signetti? I don't know. But I will tell you this. He's won at every level just like Curt Signetti, okay? And I do think UCLA is going to be in a much better place moving forward. And you think that of Pitt. On the other side, though, I do want to talk about how I actually think, even in defeat, USC can look at Miami and say to themselves, we can be in this game at some point very soon, too. I have already said I think they're going to be in the playoff next year. I think they can be a Miami-style rise because I think their rise has been similar. They're just they're just in a different place a year apart, basically.
All right, let's get into that. Man, I have a question for everybody.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the Notre Dame coach was on the ESPN broadcast last night?
On the set, yeah.
I found that to be strange.
Why? They do that every year. There's always like a coach from another team on that set for the championship game.
But I will explain why I found Marcus Freeman, the Notre Dame coach, to be on the ESPN show. I found that to be unusual. I'll explain my position. See what you think.
I just walked into a double tease.
Double tease.
Well,
Sedano teased really well, and then we felt we needed to tease on top of that.
We double teased.
All right. First, though, Sedano, tell us, this is how I watched the game back this morning on the ESPN app.
Yeah, listen, first of all, ESPN app is fantastic. They have like an AI-generated model sports center that's tailored to you. You can tailor it to yourself and all the teams that you like. It's basically AI Hannah Storm delivering those to you each and every day, whether it's on your phone or your TV if you download that app. The other feature I love for sure is the 4-box, basically. So you can watch anything on all the different channels, all the different sports. It's all good, man. And look, yesterday a trophy was raised. It can feel like a season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is, because with more than 47,000 live events, originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. There's no off-season on the ESPN app, just everything a fan needs to keep going. So there's always in season there on the ESPN app. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or your phone today.
Thank you, Sedano. 7:20.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Good morning. In 3 minutes, we'll pay off both teases right here on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's a new year, new benefits, and if you're wondering how to actually get the most out of your new benefits, it's VisionWorks in Orange County. It's Cappy, and I know you've been putting off your annual eye exam. I got you covered, VisionWorks. And right now, VisionWorks is offering a BOGO on glasses, so you can use that tax return for something you actually need and walk out with 2 new pairs. Quick scheduling, great doctors, and tons of frames to choose from. No stress, no pressure, just better vision to start the year. So do your eyes a favor. Head to one of the 7 VisionWorks in Orange County and see the difference.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Now, lease a Hyundai Tucson for $269 a month or get 0.99% APR financing for 60 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end February 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Buenos dias.
Hey, it's DeMarco. Game day in LA just got a whole lot more intriguing. Hendrick's Gin, uncommonly crafted with cucumbers, roses, artistry, and imagination, brings a flavor that's anything but ordinary. As the official gin partner of SoFi Stadium and your Los Angeles Rams, we're inviting Rams fans everywhere to elevate the cocktail lineup and make every game refreshingly unique. Find your next winning drink play at HendricksGin.com. Please drink the unusual responsibly. Hendrick's Gin, 44% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
We've all said it for years. The Monday after Super Sunday should be a holiday. And this year, Yamava Resort and Casino is making it happen. This Sunday, January 25th, join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and producer Lindsay at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games. Show up and enter to win a VIP Super Sunday experience. A free room, incidentals covered, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after, live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
And this is going to get a little complicated, Cappy, so follow me here
I'm
for a
listening
second.
very intently.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
I'm listening very intently. Go ahead. I can't wait to hear what's about to happen next.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
So you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on.
7:24, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Tuesday. A live imaging Tuesday presented by Geese and Wines. On this day in 1971, Marvin Gaye's single, What's Going On, was released off the What's Going On album. Cappy, one of the biggest albums and impactful in history, especially in the 70s, Jack.
Interesting. We're talking about the impact of Indiana and the historical nature of that program and what happened last night. And here, listen to this. What's going on, baby? Great song.
Today's also Butter Crunch Day, as you snap your fingers.
What is Butter Crunch Day?
I don't really
Butter
know, but it's on here.
Cappy Barkley a second ago.
Oh, really? Did you tell him he's terrible?
No, I walked in to say hi to the guys in their studio, and they had Charles on. And I was consoling Mike Ryan, who's Levitard's executive producer. And, he's a big Canes guy. And I gave him a little kiss on the head. You know what I mean?
Aw, what a sweetheart.
And Charles like, Sedano, who are you kissing back there?
Should have put on some lipstick before you put a nice little smacker on his forehead. I mean, then he could have had your
he's
lips.
got a hat. I kissed him on the hat.
Oh, on the hat. Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't lip to skin.
Yeah.
It wasn't lip to sweaty forehead.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Cappy, you want to? I'll let you tackle the Notre Dame thing, the Marcus Freeman thing, and then I'll get into the USC thing. Go ahead.
So here goes. You said it that more often than not. I mean, when you get to this point of the season, ESPN will bring in some guest analyst, right? It's usually a big-name coach. Marcus Freeman is as big a name of coaching that there is in college football. I mean, when you're the coach at Notre Dame, you're a big star. And Notre Dame was in this game just a year ago, so it made all the sense in the world why ESPN would invite Marcus Freeman to join the show. What I wasn't sure about, though, was did it make sense for Marcus Freeman to join the show? From his perspective, hey, listen, exposure for Notre Dame football, exposure for his own personal brand, yeah, it makes all the sense. But wait a second. The Notre Dame athletic director at the beginning of the college football playoff, this guy couldn't stop crying and whining and bitching and complaining because, Miami made it, and they're part of the ACC conference, and ESPN is in business with the ACC, so ESPN, they're really pushing for Miami, and they're really hurting our chances. Like, Notre Dame, for all intent and purposes, blamed ESPN for them not being in the college football playoff. So to me, I thought it was odd that here's the coach of one of the most decorated and visible programs in all of college football. His AD is blaming ESPN, and he shows up on ESPN. And it made me think, is Marcus Freeman contemplating any of these NFL jobs? Because his name has been circulated out there, certainly for the Steelers job.
We talked about it a number of times.
His name
was circulated for the Giants job.
Yeah, I thought it was odd.
So what I would say is, I have multiple thoughts on this. I don't think you're necessarily wrong about that.
Does that mean I'm almost right?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, we'll see, right?
Right.
But B, now the AD did back off the Miami part of it and just blame the ACC. For pushing Miami. He kept couching it with, I've known Dan Radakovich, their AD, and we're great friends, this, that, and the other. They're deserving. He was then he started to make a late pivot to Alabama was kind of the way he framed it. But he was pissed at the ACC because we played that audio about pitting them against Miami because they're partners. And our thing was like, you and I talked about this, well, you're partners sort of. You're partners for a limited football schedule and every other sport because you needed to populate the other sports. The other part of it is this. While I think your football analogy is right, maybe Notre Dame has started to realize, maybe we went a little too far on that, scorched earth path we left behind during that tenure and moment of time.
That's a good point, actually. I hadn't thought of that because maybe what Notre Dame's doing is maybe if Marcus Freeman goes to the athletic director and goes, hey, I've been invited to be part of the ESPN, national championship broadcast, and the AD's first thought is absolutely not. Screw ESPN. And then he starts to think to himself, wait a second, we better start to put this relationship back together between Notre Dame and ESPN. Yeah, go ahead. Go do it and be really good at it.
Right.
Maybe that's what happened. I just found it to be interesting. I don't know if anybody else was looking at it with that sort of critical eye that I know I was, but I just thought to myself, this athletic director from Notre Dame, for all intent and purposes, blamed ESPN for Notre Dame not being in the college football playoff, and there's his coach on ESPN the night of the national championship game that you weren't even invited to the tournament. And I thought, maybe Marcus Freeman is saying to the athletic director, screw you, I'll do what I want to do. And by the way, I'm just advertising myself because I may be on my way to the NFL. These were the things I was thinking about.
All of it is plausible, is what I would say.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a hell of a lot. Plausibility is pretty good. That's like almost being right.
I mean,
and for me, that's pretty good.
We won't know, right? So, I mean, I think it's all plausible for sure. So, for Christopher, because I know that, and by the way, the Mongrels have been excited that I feel like you were, I know you were late today to the show. Not anything you could do. You just had a training issue. But the Mongrels, as you know, very excited that you weren't around for most of the first 25, 30 minutes of the show.
Okay.
Just want to let you know.
Done the beginning, and that would have been it.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, top of the hour integrity. We appreciate it. But I will address you here because doesn't the Miami rise make you at least think for a second, like, hey, USC has won 9 games again. Like, Miami won 9 games and eventually won 10 the year before that. Like, those two teams have a lot of parallels. Private schools, right? Good histories. They are considered what was the Reese Davis used an interesting term for Miami yesterday. Caretakers, I think, of the sport or something to that effect. I feel USC is certainly that. I don't think there's any question about it. Doesn't it make you at least think, hey, if Miami can do it and they've been kind of mired in mediocrity for 20 years and have made a slow build back, that USC couldn't find themselves in a similar path?
Possibly, but Mario Cristobal is a lot better than Lincoln Riley, in my opinion. Also, Miami is dedicated as a university to building back that program. I don't think USC is at this point.
I just think you made a really good point from the very beginning, Christopher Arthur Morales. Way to go. The difference between Mario Cristobal and Lincoln Riley. And here's the difference. Mario Cristobal is Miami football. It is not a job along the way. It is his life. It is his passion. It is his hometown. It is his program. The players, they know this coach cares about this program, not this coach cares about his personal career. I'm not telling you that's what USC players think about Lincoln Riley. I'm just here to tell you the difference is that the Miami guys know, whether they're future players or past players, Mario Cristobal is one of us. This program means everything to him. In the Lincoln Riley case, I would say to you that Lincoln Riley is a decorated collegiate football coach who will probably coach elsewhere before his career is over. Mario Cristobal is home, and this is probably where it ends for him. So for me, I would just say the difference is Cristobal, this is his life, and Riley, this is his job.
And I would say this, too. Mario Cristobal has done a great job of rallying around the tradition. I mean, Michael Irvin's there, the U.
Ed Reed was consoling Malachi Toney walking back from the field to the locker room yesterday.
And the other night I watched the 30 for 30, the Trojan War one, the one that Keyshawn did, and the way that Pete Carroll back in the day rallied around the history of USC, the tradition, but also brought celebrities in and kind of built that thing, that aura that USC had in the mid-2000s when they were winning. Lincoln Riley is not an aura builder. Lincoln
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
Lincoln Riley's aura is Lincoln Riley, in his opinion, and that don't work here. So he doesn't lean into the tradition of USC football. You don't see people like Keyshawn, Marcus Allen. I mean, Marcus Allen might come to a game, but you don't see that attached to the program and that energy and that tradition. And again, whether we agree or not, getting out of the Notre Dame, no matter what the actual details are, because we can go back and forth on, well, Notre Dame should have moved there. It doesn't matter. Getting out of that and the appearance of that goes against what many people who are tied to the program and the tradition of USC were not happy with. And Lincoln Riley doesn't care, and him not caring is the problem.
Yes. Chris, let me tell you something right now. I honestly don't think you should come on the air until the 6:15 or the 7:15 Valvoline read.
Like I do a warm-up?
I think you got to, it's like the Schwanz, you know what I mean? It needs like 10 to 15 minutes to formulate thoughts. You're actually making such great sense this morning. I'm so glad that you brought up the Notre Dame thing. George, that's the point, is that Mario Cristobal knows the history, the tradition, and is the guardian of the future of Miami football. How's that for dramatic? On the other hand, Lincoln Riley's a guy that's looking to try and get out of the most important rivalry in USC football history. To me, Lincoln Riley has a job at USC, and it's a stop along the way. Mario Cristobal is home for the long term. And that, to me, is the difference between the two programs.
That's all fair. I'm not disputing that part of it. You get no argument from me. What I will tell you is what he's building from a roster perspective, though, is impressive. Like, this team this year played pretty well. You guys thought I was crazy when I said they'd win 9 games, and they did. And I think next year they're taking another step because they've added another good recruiting class, in this case, the best recruiting class in the country. Mm-hmm. And they've made smart portal additions here already thus far. So I think that USC and the Big Ten is tough, okay? But I think USC is going to be a playoff team as long as the quarterback stays upright. Cap, to have a third-year player.
Unknown in this era of college football, a third-year quarterback? Yeah.
In the same program,
right?
Okay?
Right.
Because, look, I mean, Carson Beck has started a bunch of years, right? The kid was, I think finished his career 37-6 in college, right? Fernando Mendoza has started for 3 years, right? 2 of them at Cal and 1 of them at IU. Mm-hmm. To have the same guy for 2.5 years, whatever you want to call it, 3 years, basically, 3 seasons,
right?
Playing the same position at that position. Mm-hmm. Think about any position, okay, on the field, but let alone the quarterback position is freaking huge, okay?
You want to know what else is huge about that? Is the coach being able to sell to his team, hey, guys, I'm not here to just replace you after 1 year.
Right.
If you're good and you can help us and you want to be part of what we're building here, we want you to stick around. I mean, it is unheard of in today's day and age that these quarterbacks at these types of big-time schools aren't immediately just replaced. And in the case of USC, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, they had this other kid that was one of the most decorated high school quarterbacks in the country.
Longstreet, yeah.
And that young man was not patient enough to sit around and wait.
Right.
I got to play right now, so he was gone.
Well, he sat a year, and he thought he was going to play this coming year. He thought he was going to be the guy, right?
And because Maeva is coming back to USC, to me, it shows one thing about Lincoln Riley. Because, again, I'm making this point that Mario Cristobal, this is his program. Lincoln Riley, this is his program for now. But I will just say this. It doesn't mean that he can't build a national championship out of a USC football program. His pedigree, the players that he's coached, the school that he has been to prior to USC, all of that tells you that he's got what it takes. Now, he doesn't have what Cristobal has, which is, this is mine.
Right. He doesn't have the ability to say, like Ed Reed could say, Mario Cristobal was the GA when I was here playing at the University of Miami. Right. Clinton Portis, those guys, right? Michael Irvin can say, Mario Cristobal was a true freshman when I was a senior. You know what I'm saying? Like, and other guys, right? Whoever it is, they can all say he's part of the brotherhood or whatever you want to call it, right?
Right, the fraternity, exactly, of our program.
Like, yes, Lincoln Riley does not have that. But no. Lincoln Riley is still a really good play caller, a really good play designer, a really good quarterback coach, and a really good recruiter of talent. Mm-hmm. And I think that USC will be the benefactor of all those things next season.
Yeah, and by the way, Pete Carroll also was not part of the USC football fraternity.
Correct.
He entered it
late.
He
embraced it.
Because of what Chris said, which is he brought all those guys back. He welcomed everybody home. And listen, whether or not Lincoln Riley does that or he doesn't do that, if he doesn't do it, he freaking should do it. Because what Chris just said is right on. You want a guy like Keyshawn Johnson who's visible and outspoken and who was one of the best players in the history of the program and was a number 1 overall pick and is a local resident. You want Keyshawn Johnson on your side. And I'm just using Keyshawn as an example. We could go down the list of former USC greats.
How about Matt Weinert, who openly rips the team on Twitter and is on television? You're not embracing him, and he was maybe the greatest quarterback in USC history, probably.
Another great example of, whether it's Matt Leinart or it's Carson Palmer, who now coaches one of the best high school football programs in all of Southern California. Right. You should do everything listen, as a coach, your job is to kiss everybody's ass. It's to kiss the recruit's ass, the booster's ass, the former player. I would be great, by the way. I may not be able to call a game, but I kiss a lot of good ass.
Oh, you're good at kissing ass.
A USC quarterback is starting in the NFC Championship game. This may be the first time a USC quarterback plays in the Super Bowl if the Seahawks win. Have you heard Lincoln Riley mention that? Have you heard USC mention that? That's a disgrace.
I haven't, but I also haven't been looking for it. So,
because they're not doing it.
But Chris, I would say this, okay? You know what also is great? about the University of Miami in this run that you mentioned, Mario Cristobal, he also has a machine behind him that will say, I mean, because these coaches, man, like I'm telling you, and Cappy, you can attest to this. You've been around these coaches before. They are like horses with blinders on. You know what I mean? Like they are focused on their little world at the moment. They're not worried. Yes, Pepe, thank you. They're not worried about like who's playing where in the NFL and this, that. They're like, I got to worry about recruiting and my team and this, that, and the other because they didn't coach those guys, right? However, what they have thing, and Miami's not alone with this. Plenty of universities do this. They do a great job in behind the scenes of like, hey, coach, we're going to push this content out because Sam Darnold is playing in the NFC title game. And I don't think USC has, and I think Katie Ryan does a fantastic job, but I've seen what USC's team looks like behind the scenes. It's a lot of kids and students. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not like enough adults in the room in the athletic department that can say, hey, we need to make sure that we push this content out for USC because this is Sam Darnold playing in the NFC title game is a great selling point for USC, and we need to push that on social media and push that into the regular traditional media and make sure that that's something that's a talking point so that everybody sees this, including future recruits, right? Well, there is a machine behind Miami doing that. Go look at Miami's social media. It's really freaking good.
Well,
okay?
George, if
go
USC
look at Ohio State's social media. It's really freaking good.
Yeah.
Okay? These schools are investing in their own media arm to then push their own content as well. And USC has Annenberg, which is one of the best journalism schools in the country. To not have the ability to have people in the administration and the athletic department meld those things together to put all that stuff out there. That to me is a tragedy. You want to talk about tragedy? Yeah. Take advantage of those opportunities. But that's not just a Lincoln Riley thing. No. That is a larger, bigger picture administration thing.
It is. And by the way, if that's the case, if USC doesn't have at this stage of the game in 2026
a robust, they don't have a robust athletic department to the point where they are dictating these are the things content-wise that the school needs to put out there. Not in a way like some of these other schools have built out, for sure.
Well, that is a failure in 2026 for a school, a program like SC to not do those things. Because, you said something earlier about how these coaches are very, they have blinders on, right? These coaches are not worried about, hey, I'm trying to get ourselves ready for our season upcoming, but I'm also considering that I need to promote Sam Darnold as playing in the NFC Championship game. I didn't coach when Sam Darnold was here. I understand what you're saying, but I will tell you this, that a lot of coaches, and it's not the coaches, it's their support staff. Correct. They know that they want all of the guys who played at that school, who play in the NFL, they want them to wear their gear. So they're constantly sending them boxes of gear. You've seen John Gruden open up these boxes.
Yeah.
These NFL players who played at these schools, they get stuff sent to the locker room so that the coach is like, hey, we appreciate who you are. We appreciate what you meant to our program. Make sure you're still rocking our brand and put that stuff out on social media. If USC's not doing that, that's fundamental in 2026.
And again, I'm not singling out the coach. I'm not singling out the SID office. I think that those two offices are doing their jobs well, okay? I think the football program is on the right path. I think the SID office, led by Katie Ryan for football, is doing a great job. I'm talking about the athletic department and administration, way above those two people's pay grades, okay? They need to lend their level of support in ways that other programs, Oregon, Ohio State, Miami, whatever, you name it, they pour into. You got to pour into every facet of your program now in these days. And the media arm and the pushing of content is a massive part of this. And you have to be creative in the way you do it. And the fact that they don't do it, the administration and athletic department as a whole, like the people that run those particular aspects of the university, I think have done their school a disservice and the football program a disservice.
Yeah, that's why Kurt Signetti got himself onto Twitter. Never had a Twitter account, never posted anything on social media, and they were like, Coach, we got to get you out there.
Right. But you need people to do that. You need people to bring that across the finish line and make those things happen. Those are, I know that's going to sound small and inconsequential, but in today's day and age, it is not. if you are not in the public eye and the public conscious, you might as well not exist in some cases.
Absolutely right, Sedano. Well done. What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers take on the Nuggets tonight in Denver. The Toyota Lakers Countdown with Beto Duran starts at 5:30 p.m. with tip-off at 7. Hear it on your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly at 7:45. Cappy, tell us about our friends at Sellers Advantage, please.
Oh, it'd be my absolute pleasure. Hey, look, Damon Lyons, you see his billboards all over town. You see his television commercials, and certainly you hear about him here on the show. But I'll tell you this, that now it's time to downsize. Now you got to sell your home. Kids are off to school. You don't need this big house anymore. Or maybe you inherited a home from your parents and you don't want to be a landlord. You don't want to pay the property taxes. For whatever reason you decide you want to sell, the easiest and fastest way to sell is Seller's Advantage because they do a cash transaction, meaning this deal is not going to fall through. You're going to get paid in cash. And by the way, let's say you need 20 grand because you don't have cash because it's all locked up in the equity of your home and you need money for moving costs and other things. Damon Lyons will even front you the 20 grand. And even if you want to sell right now, but you're not ready to move, we'll make accommodations. We're here to help you, and we're here to buy your house as is, so you don't have to put any money out to bring money back in. 888-390-AS-IS, like that's the way we're going to buy your home. 888-390-AS-IS or 888-390-2747. Visit them online at sellersadvantage.com.
63 seconds. That's pretty good, Cappy.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Not even using a clock.
I like What a novel concept.
Muscle memory.
7:46. When we come back in 3 minutes, more fun and frivolity. What's on the rundown here? Yesterday, Sedano said he's very confident Rams will beat Seahawks.
Oh, dude.
We're going to unpack that even more in 3 minutes of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Sucker!
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
John Ireland for Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice's double espresso crafted with Arabica coffee makes the perfect espresso martini. Just shake with ice and pour. Soft, smooth, and delicious. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
It's Beto Duran, and it's time to celebrate the new year with a new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax. And if you're thinking about a trade-in, your current ride could be worth more than you think. Northridge Toyota, Wonders Toyota, they make it easy.
Tacoma model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN 1ST037657. Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing, $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
Oh. Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Man, did I ring in the new year. In fact, those bells are still clanging. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Catch playoff fever. All the big games are on all our big screens everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Number 2.
Brian McKnight, February 28th, only at Morongo.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5. Play your favorite table games with your rewards card to earn entries. Drawing the 25th.
Morongo, good times.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all. And we're here to help you make the most out of your money. For life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:50, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by our friends at Geese and Wines. I had some Geese and Wines on Sunday night. It's absolutely beautiful, man. They got a special thing going on at Geese and Wines. They gear, upgrade it with your chance to win a gift card to Lululemon, Cappy's thing, or Hoka, valued at $700. All you got to do is visit Geese and Wine's Instagram page, and if you follow me, I'll share that later. Go follow Geese and Wine's Instagram, and you could win Jack. On this day in 1995, the number one R&B song, TLC, Creep Cappy.
Feeling it this morning. I'm in a great mood today. I'm in a freaking amazing mood today.
Me too. Today's also camcorder day.
Oh, really?
You should probably still use a camcorder at home, you know?
I just use my phone now. It's just so much easier to set it up.
But then stuff's on your phone.
I know.
On the camcorder, it can be separate media, you know?
I know, but I've been recently looking at some of these companies that take those old school tapes and they digitize them, you know, so you have them. And I'm like, oop, can't send this one. Definitely cannot send that one. This one's for my own personal private use. Yeah.
Why don't you want the digital people to see it? Who cares? Why does it
I don't think
bother
they
you?
watch it. I think they just run it through.
They just run it
really?
through. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
well.
Maybe they
Yeah,
watch
just
it.
like the people at the 24-hour photo at
Yeah,
CBS.
the 1 hour
don't see 'em.
photos?
Yes, they
Right.
do. Yes,
look.
they do.
They
But
look.
but you want them to look, I feel like. No?
Well, you do, but you don't want to take the risk of it getting out there. You know what
But if
I mean?
I'm a sicko that likes to watch.
Well,
He is a sicko that likes to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Sedano is a sicko. No, he's not a sicko. But he believes and he's confident the Rams will beat the Seahawks on Sunday, the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, George, we got annihilated on social media, and for me, I'm saying,
I barely pay attention to that stuff. So
I will
don't
tell
know.
you
because here's the thing. Like I now put out so much content, not so much, but usually like at a day like yesterday, I had like two different things on there. Like I had the Rams thing, and I had the Spanglish thing that I had you do yesterday on there. So I don't know what was. I mean, I was getting this was great, this was terrible, this was great. So I didn't know what was for what. So it just like I just kind of like not really pay attention to it anymore.
Well, let me tell you what happened. So yesterday, you and I are having this conversation about the Seahawks and the Rams, and it's Monday, and you say something like, "I'm very confident the Rams are going to win."
Yeah.
And you went on to say they should have won both games, and then here's me going, "Yeah, they should have," because here's why. And so we wound up getting somehow into the Seattle Seahawks algorithm, and their fans are.
I mean, who cares what they think, though?
They're on fire because here's the thing: you go back to the first game that was played this year between the Seahawks and the Rams. That was the game where Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and yet the Seahawks had a chance for a Jason Myers 61-yard field goal that would have won the game. Now, when you throw 4 interceptions and you're relying on a 61-yard field goal, let me ask you a question. Are you supposed to win that game? You threw 4 picks. You're asking your guy to kick a 61-yarder. You ask him to kick a 44-yarder, that's one thing. 54-yarder, that's another. 61-yarder, that's a 50-50 proposition at best. So when you throw 4 interceptions and you're still in position to possibly win the game, credit to the Seattle Seahawks. They found a way to stay in that game. But they should have lost it, and they should have lost it big, and they did lose it by 2 points. On the Flismo flop, you go up to Seattle, and you've got a 2-score lead, and the Seahawks return a punt for a touchdown, switch the momentum, and then score 3 2-point conversions. We've had this conversation. The average in the NFL for a 2-point conversion is 33%. They were 100%. They were 3 for 3. They took the game from the Rams. Could I argue that the Rams should have won both games? Absolutely. Could I argue that the Seahawks could have and should have won both games? Absolutely. But man, the Seahawk fans are pissed at you and me for having the audacity to be confident that the Rams are going to go win this game.
By the way, I picked the Seahawks to win the second game. So, like, I don't care what the Seahawk fans on social media say. I don't care.
Cappy, you want to know a really good stat about the Rams and the Seahawks?
Tell me.
In the 8 years that Sean McVay has been the head coach of the Rams, the Seahawks have only beaten them twice in the same season, one time.
Right.
And that was back in 2022 when Stafford was injured.
Correct.
And Seattle faced backups Baker Mayfield and John Wolford. So there you go, Seahawks fans. Take that.
Hey, Lindsay, also do this piece of research, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Which is, what are the Seahawks, what is their record in the postseason at home? In the, what I'll call, since Pete Carroll started to where we are today. I would say that's kind of the time frame. Because here's the thing. Somehow, some way, we put out this video yesterday via ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram and on Twitter. And when I checked Instagram, I had more likes and more messages than ever before from people that are Seahawks fans that were so pissed that we would be confident. Let me ask you people a question. Aren't you confident that the Seahawks are about to win? Because I keep getting messages from you guys telling me it's not even going to be close, that the Seahawks are going to motorboat the Rams. So you guys are they're 11-1 at home.
Since 2005, yeah.
They're 11-1 at home. So if you're a Seahawks fan, you should be very confident. The Seahawks are 11-1 in home playoff games over the last 20 years. That's an incredible statistic. But guess what, Seahawks fans? We're Rams fans. And we thought that the Rams, all season long, were the most complete team top to bottom. Best quarterback, best coach, multiple running backs, 4 different tight ends, multiple wide receivers, a healthier offensive line.
By the way.
Who lose to?
Let me look. Hang on.
Stand by.
Who did the Seahawks lose to in that
and
one
while
playoff
we
game?
effort that answer, why don't we talk about our friends at Prize Picks? We're going to break it up here. We're not going right to break. Let's do a minute on Prize Picks, and then we'll stay here, sweep a little bit of the top.
Well, listen, if you want sports action in the state of California, and certainly that NFC Championship game can be part of it, download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, KPPY. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more, it's less. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. Okay, so for football, for a quarterback, it could be passing yards, it could be touchdowns, basketball, points, rebounds, assists. You bundle a couple together in completely different sports if you want, and you can win cold, hard cash.
So I will admit to everybody, I got a little greedy last night on Prize Picks. I will admit it. I had 4 for 4, and I was going for 6 for 6. And then Carson Beck got that touchdown pass, and I was at 5 for 6. And, George, Prize Picks was offering me an early payout. So I had a $20 flex play to win $160. They offered me $78. I always say take the profit off the table. That's $58 in profit. I got greedy last night. And then Fernando Mendoza, who I had for more than 223.5 passing yards, he was at 186. And I was doing the math. Where are they on the field? How much more could they go? And that's when Prize Picks stopped offering me an early payout. They're like, no, you're screwed. And that's exactly what happened. I went 5 for 6 last night. I did win $30 on the 5 for 6, but I had a chance to win $78. So take a look at that early payout, everybody, because when you have the opportunity to take the profit off the table, you should do what I did not do. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 in lineups. And make sure you're paying attention in-game to the early payout possibilities.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Now, Lindsay, you have found who the one lost to.
Yes, I have the update.
There we go. This is a good one.
So the Seahawks had an impressive 11-1 home playoff record under Coach Pete Carroll from 2010 to 2020, with their sole loss coming in the 2020 season, played in January 2021, to the Rams.
Bam!
However, there was no fans there.
No fans, COVID.
Right. Yeah, but still.
Yeah, well, it is a kind
I wonder
of a
if
caveat.
Pete Carroll still had his original teeth back then.
Oh,
sometimes it's got to get really hard.
Wow. I don't know if he did or he didn't, but I do know this, that for all the Seahawks bravado out there, you know what they say to us, George? They go, yeah, you guys are so confident, Sedano and Cap. You guys are so confident. Guess who else was confident? Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. And I'm like, really? You think the 49ers went into that game confident because they beat Philadelphia the week before? Because they ran out of bodies. Were they overly confident? I didn't think so. And then here's the other thing. Sam Darnold. Is Sam Darnold going to win this caliber of big game? And then they go right onto the social media. They're like, well, that's the constant criticism of Sam Darnold. But he beat the 49ers late in the season, and he beat the Rams late in the season, and he beat the 49ers in the postseason. So Sam Darnold has won the big games. The Seattle fan base is on fire with anger at the two of us, and I'm here to say this to Seattle fans. We're doubling down. The Rams will win this game, And by the way, based on looking back at the 2 games from the season, they should have won both games.
What's the hook here on this one? Is this kind of like yesterday with the whole Lakers-Rams?
No, you know what Cappy's doing? Cappy loves. Here's what it is, Seahawk fans. You are giving Cappy life. Okay?
Fuel.
Cappy loves.
Give it to me.
When he's getting social media clicks.
Oh,
okay?
that's what it is.
It's called
Right,
engagement farming.
Yeah, Cappy, it's engagement.
You guys are playing my game.
Cappy is an engagement farmer, to Lindsay's
Yes.
point. As a matter of fact, we should
Some farmer music.
Right. No, what we should do is we should dress Cappy up like via AI in like a farmer's outfit and Photoshop him in a farmer's outfit with the Seahawk fans being farmed for engagement.
No, what's that famous picture where there's the guy and his wife and their
and his wife. Yeah.
You guys should do an AI of that, of me and Sedano, and we're both wearing Rams jerseys, right? And in the background at the farm are all the Seahawks.
It's called American
around.
Gothic, is what.
Yes, American Gothic. That is the picture. Yeah, you guys are right. I'm not denying it. The Seahawks fans have given me air to breathe. You people flooding my social media, telling me what a dumbass I am, you are just feeding me, and I'm here for it. And I can't wait, by the way, because I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I'm keeping the receipts. Wait till Sunday night when I tell everybody about how stupid you two guys are. Wait till Sunday night, and we tell everybody how dumb you are.
By the way,
yeah, but the difference is nobody cares if Joe in Seattle.
You don't think Mike in Tacoma? People don't care about Mike in Tacoma?
Do you have another debate going on, Cappy, like with Yahoo, where you're going to debate the Seattle guys?
I don't know. Nobody's invited me, but I would go.
Is that
I'm actually going on KJR this week.
Yeah, is Dave Softy Mauer still there?
No, I'm going on Mark James's show.
Whatever happened to Softy?
He's there
still up there doing it.
Yeah.
I think Softy's still doing
on
it.
KJR. Hey.
Yeah, so I'm going on KJR this afternoon. I went on for the last game, and I picked the Seahawks.
You know where we're going to be Sunday night, Cappy?
Tell me.
We're all going to be together at Yamava, our championship home away from home, because the road to the Lombardi runs through Yamava Resort and Casino. And this Sunday, January 25th, is your chance to win the Ultimate Super Sunday Prize. Join Cappy, me, Bergman, and producer Lindsay Baseball at the 909 Sports Bar for the AFC and NFC Championship games. Everyone who shows up is entered to win a VIP Super Sunday experience and a one-night stay at Yamava, so you can be off Super Monday like it should be, as God intended. Be there this Sunday at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win. You in? I hope you're in. By the way, more details at ESPNLA.com. Because, sometimes you hear the read, you don't know what that means. Go to ESPNLA.com, click the big logo and the picture of all of us, and then find out details. Join us Sunday for the NFC Championship game. Cappy and the whole Mishpucha, we're all going to be there. Meanwhile, it's 8:02, actually 8:03, at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. And coming up, we got a good mongrel of the morning. We'll do that in 4 minutes. Let's see what's here on the rundown, Cappy.
The mongrel of the morning is actually Evan.
Oh, that's right. Evan Cohen's going to join us, but I got a mongrel before Evan. And then we'll give Evan the mongrel, okay? Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike joins us in 4 minutes on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Cap. Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, no commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. With Seller's Advantage, we'll make you a fair, competitive cash offer with no surprises. Check out what one of the sellers had to say. Seller's Advantage was a lot easier, faster, and more rewarding than listing my house. I worried about getting a low offer, but theirs matched the value I was hoping for and much higher than their competitors. They gave me time to decide, and the process was friendly, fast, and anxiety-free. I highly recommend Seller's Advantage. Call Seller's Advantage today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. That's sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality pro for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
We've all said it for years. The Monday after Super Sunday should be a holiday. And this year, Yamava Resort and Casino is making it happen. This Sunday, January 25th, join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and producer Lindsay at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games. Show up and enter to win a VIP Super Sunday experience. A free room, incidentals covered, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after, live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Don't get dismissive with me. I'm asking you a question.
Okay. Wow, don't get dismissive with my boy Sedano today, Bergman.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
I'm going to get upset.
Back to the guys.
Wow.
8:08, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Decent Wines. On this day in 1990, shit out of the number one hit, Michael Bolton. How am I supposed to live without you, Cappy? Well, you didn't put the Cappy part in there, but yeah.
It's a legitimate question, though.
It is.
It really is.
Michael
How would
Bolton,
we live without each other?
Seen him 10 times in concert.
Come on, 10 times?
Oh, it's amazing.
Really?
Grammy Award-winning Michael Bolton. Also having a bit of a health struggle these days.
Is that right?
We love him, though.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
What's
got
wrong?
brain
What's the
cancer.
deal? Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
I know.
Oh, my God, I hate to hear that. Oh, man, what a shame. Boy, you really put a damper on the
I
morning.
didn't mean to, but I love Michael Bolton.
I mean, we understand.
Yeah.
I hope that, he recovers one day and performs again. And if he does, you know who I'm inviting to go to the concert?
Evan Cohen?
The great Evan Cohen. He joins us now. You hear him on Sports and Like weekdays, 3 to 7 a.m. Good morning, Evan.
Boy, thanks for the lead-in. My God. I do have a Michael Bolton story. How about this?
Go ahead. I'd love to hear it. Go ahead.
1994, the ESPY Awards. Look up the date, someone. I want to say the ESPY Awards were over the summer, probably in July or August of 1994. They were at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. And I, as a young kid, got invited to go with my neighbor and his dad to the awards, like as a regular fan. But somehow the neighbor had these passes to the Rainbow Room. It's at 30 Rock, like this nightclub, restaurant, bar, whatever, where the ESPY after party was. And I'll never forget the weirdest combination of people sitting together that years later I realized they're actually really close friends. Michael Bolton and Barry Bonds. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. You can look this up. Michael Bolton and Barry Bonds, at some points in their life, I don't know about still today, were unbelievable friends. That's not a joke.
Wow, 94. I'm just trying to think of where Barry Bonds is in 94. He's got to be in San Francisco by this time, right? Wow, I'm trying to put two and two together. Is Michael Bolton from San Francisco?
Michael Bolton is a big Giants fan, yeah.
Yeah, right. Is he from San Fran? I'm just trying to put it together.
Baseball guy, and I want to.
He was a big baseball guy because I remember him throwing out first pitches at a lot of different parks.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Michael Bolton, Barry Bonds, Chris Morales, the new big three.
Oh, I like it. Yeah,
yeah. There you go. Now, let me ask you this: do you think Fernando Mendoza and Tom Brady will be big friends and great friends? Because I don't know if I've told you this before, but Fernando Mendoza idolizes Tom Brady. Like, literally can quote Tom Brady probably better than Brady can quote Brady. What do you make of what you saw yesterday and how he potentially translates to being a Raider?
Yeah. George, one thing I did not know, but you probably knew, I did not know this till the broadcast last night. I didn't know he was born initially in Boston, Mendoza, and then moved to Miami. Did you know that?
I think the dad was doing his residency in Boston, yeah, because he's a doctor.
Know. That's the first I'm hearing of it. I didn't even hear that on the broadcast. Keep going, Ev.
So, yeah, I did not know that. So that the Brady tie probably stems from that. Obviously, he's the greatest of all time, but, like, the connection there. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Like, I mean, I've talked to the kid plenty over the last year, so like, I don't think that has anything. One has nothing to do with the other. It has just to do with he just really likes Tom Brady.
Yeah. So I don't get the sense that Brady, to his credit, is enamored by those that are enamored by him. Because if that's the case, then like he would be friends with everybody in the world. Like people bow down to this guy. I think what he likes is like those that are going to be tough alongside him or compete with him. Like one of his favorite teammates ever is the current coach of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel, and there are legendary stories about how those two would fight constantly because Vrabel just wouldn't back down. So I think if Mendoza's pitch is, let me tell Brady how great he is, I don't know if that works. But I think if Mendoza's pitch
I don't think Brady needs to – first of all, he doesn't need to pitch himself to Brady. If anything, the Raiders need to pitch themselves to Mendoza.
I don't know if there was a point of asking me this question. Why don't you just give us the thoughts on what's going on here? You obviously know this.
Well, I'm just telling you how he translates to – how you think he translates. Now, you
that's like me saying, tell me what my son is up to today. No, that's wrong. Here's what he's doing. You know the answers to this question.
I'd like to hear yours, and we're having a conversation and a debate.
My thing is, what I saw from him on those 2 4th downs late, I don't know.
Listen, don't you talk to me like I'm Chris Canty, okay? I'm not Chris Canty, all right?
Oh, wow! You hear that, Evan? Sedano says he's not Chris Canty. Yeah, I don't know what it means either. I don't know, but he said it.
Me neither, but it just felt like I should say it.
I know you felt like you needed to get fired up, didn't you? You really felt like you needed to yell at him.
Yo, that is a mind bleep. If you say that, like if I say to Sedano, don't talk to me like I'm Lindsay. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means, but that sounds strong. Don't talk to me like I'm Corporate Greg. I don't know. Again, don't know what that means.
No.
I don't know. To fully answer the question, I have no idea how someone could watch those 2 4th downs last night late and not say, let me at this guy. Give me a chance with this guy. Let me make him my franchise quarterback. Does he have everything that like Andrew Luck had? No. All this the arm strength of like Trevor Lawrence? No. But does that guy have enough to be the number 1 overall pick for a franchise that is dying for an identity? Hell yeah. And those 2 4th downs late to put them up 10 against a great Miami defense were so impressive.
Yeah, the one play in particular, the call draw. First of all, on 4th and 5.
Sedano Kap. How dare you?
I know. I know.
Well, I was actually
going to
say that was kind of the answer I was hoping you were going to give earlier, not sitting here telling me about how he, born in Boston. I was born in New York. I don't claim New York.
Well, then tell Chris Fowler that.
Okay.
I'd love to talk to Chris Fowler. I'm a huge fan. I love Chris Fowler.
I mean, Cappy goes way back to Scholastic Sports America.
Oh, he's like my favorite guy. In fact, when I saw him at the Super Bowl last year at New Orleans, I had to stop him and tell him that he's like my favorite guy. But, Evan, back to Mendoza. On 4th and 5, when they have the guts to call that draw, and he's already gotten the first down, and he gets pounded at about the 2-yard line. Most guys probably would have protected the ball and gotten down, but Mendoza showed this heart of, I know where I'm at on the field, and I'm still going to dive and give every effort I can to make it to the end zone. If I were Tom Brady sitting on that sideline, I'd be like, that guy is a great player. He's all heart. He cares about his team. He'll do anything. And he said it after the game. He goes, I'll die for my teammates. Now, maybe it's a bit of an exaggeration, but that's what he said. If I'm Brady, I look at Mendoza and I go, this guy can be the guy that changes the culture of the Raider organization.
No question. I also think, obviously following the lead of Morales, who did almost die for his teammates, so I think that's a good sign there. Are we talking about nothing? Like, do you guys believe there's actually a debate as to who the Raiders are going to take number one?
Do not think there's a debate.
Chance they wouldn't? Okay, because I don't think there's a debate right now, is there?
No, I don't think so. I think the biggest question
especially
is
with Dante Moore going back to Oregon. Like, he was the only one that I think people were even remotely considering as a number one pick. And I think he smartly went back to Oregon.
Yeah, because
personally,
you don't want to be the number 2 pick and go to the Jets. But I think the bigger question.
You get paid a lot of money to develop. That's an amazing thing.
Agreed.
It really is.
Dante Moore again.
Yep.
And I think the only argument against the Raiders taking him number 1 would be in a hypothetical world if there was a Jonathan Ogden, Orlando Pace-like offensive tackle, and you could say that guy will help a quarterback more than not having a guy and having a quarterback. But there's no guy like that this year.
Right. I think the other part of it is really who will be the coach of the Raiders. And we were talking about this earlier. I know this sounds like, crazy because if you're Curt Signetti, you now have something that you're building at Indiana. But if there's a guy that has proven that he can turn an entire organization around, and Indiana was the Raiders of college football. Nobody could go in there and win. I'd do everything I could do if I'm Tom Brady to go get Curt Signetti because that guy has proven he knows how to turn a franchise around.
I would not, and I think Curt Signetti is amazing. I think he's going to be a college Hall of Fame coach one day, but I would not because that's making a hire for one specific person, thinking it definitively applies to everybody on the roster, and I'm walking into the favoritism aspect of it upon arrival, and I don't know that that is what I want to do necessarily. I also don't know that I want to take somebody that's never been in the pro game and put them there. And I understand that, Pete Carroll's been in the pro game forever and it didn't work out. I just think continue the course of the interviews. I wouldn't overthink that because of how amazing Signetti is. If you want to overthink something, if I were corporate Greg, if I were Greg Bergman today, I'd be thinking that UCLA is amazing because Bob Chesney is the next version of it.
Oh, he already thinks that.
We've gotten there. But let me hit pause on this real quick. So we had this same conversation, Cappy, with Evan a couple of weeks ago when I brought this up to him.
It wasn't a good idea back then.
And you agreed with Evan back then, just a few weeks ago.
Right. Yeah. No,
and
it was a terrible idea.
Had almost the exact same answer verbatim. Okay.
It was a terrible idea back then.
And now you're the one trying to push Signetti.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Last time, George, I brought up Norm Chow and Matt Leinart.
Right.
Just to make my answer longer.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I thought Signetti would have been a great fit for the Steelers. And now I think that if you're – and by the way, Evan, it's not because I think that he walks in because he's Mendoza's coach. I just think that I've never seen anybody in the history of sports – I'm not exaggerating – I don't know anybody that has ever turned a program from where Indiana was to where Indiana is. And as Signetti told people a long time ago, hey, I just win. Google me. You'll find out. Whether it's at Indiana, University of Pennsylvania, James Madison, or any of these other places, that guy just knows how to win.
Happy. What I don't like today, and you did not do this, thankfully, what I don't like is everyone thinking, well, if they can win, we can win. That's just ridiculous, honestly, because Indiana was literally nothing. I went to a Big Ten school at Wisconsin. Indiana was the game you were hoping for homecoming and for all the parents' weekends because you knew you were going to get a win. And, let's look at my school, for example, of Wisconsin. I don't feel like I'm closer to winning because this out-of-nowhere scenario happened. I just don't think it applies to anyone but that guy at that school with that quarterback at this time. I just don't think this should give everyone hope because, this guy is one of one.
Yeah, but I'll say this. You mentioned Bob Chesney. Bob Chesney, very similar to Curt Signetti, has won everywhere he's been and at every level.
Everywhere.
Let me ask you guys both a question, though. Let me ask you both a question.
But hold on, Cappy, just one quick thing on that.
Yeah.
As George pointed out, he's won everywhere. it's not an apples to apples because UCLA has been way better historically in football than Indiana is. I've been to the Rose Bowl watching UCLA play, lose to Wisconsin, but it doesn't matter. Like, I've seen that happen. Indiana was a joke.
Right. But let me ask you both this question.
It was,
though.
but UCLA football, yes, they had one real – I mean, they had stretches in many, many, many decades ago, including most recently, but with Cade McNown. But that was 25, 26 years ago
but
now.
UCLA has historical. They have been good historically, and they are a brand. But here, let me ask you guys both this: when Nick Saban was at Alabama, we expected Alabama to be good every year. Going forward, do we expect Indiana to be good? And I don't mean national championship good,
let me
but do we
tell you
expect
something.
Indiana to be good now every year under Kurt Signetti?
So Vegas has them. I'll tell you right now where Vegas has them.
All right, let me hear.
Give me 1 second.
All
As
right,
far
I'm
as
giving it to
next
you.
year's title favorites.
All right.
Stand by.
He's standing by.
All right, I'll do a reset. It is Sedano and Kap here on ESPN LA. Evan Cohen on Sportsline today joining us. We're
Nice.
trying to find the odds for next year. Whack,
I
whack.
have it here. Give me
Well,
a second. Quack, quack.
You
I
gave
like
it a
the
quack
in there. Here it is. CFP title odds for next year.
Yeah.
Texas at 6-1.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Texas at 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State 13-2.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana 7-1.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Third.
No. By the way, Cappy, to that
Yo.
question, do I expect them to be good every year? Yes. Upon arrival, not end result. Upon arrival, I like their quarterback next year more than I like their quarterback this year going into the season.
Who's that?
Josh Hoover from TCU.
Oh.
Josh Hoover from TCU that they're getting. Like, at the moment they got him, I'm more impressed with him than I was of Mendoza at the moment they got him. Now, the end result is not going to be the same, breaking news, but that's, like, they're there. They're getting the right kinds of players every single year. And also, they have the funding, right? Like, Mark Cuban helping this program, his school out is awesome, and it gives me the opportunity to rip on Major League Baseball for a second. When people go out there and say, oh, the Dodgers are the problem. No, they're not. The problem with baseball is that you don't want people like Mark Cuban owning the Pirates when he wanted to. Because look what happens when Mark Cuban funds things. Basically, Kirk Signetti had his Shark Tank pitch, and it worked. And look what's happening with his program. Like, there should be more baseball teams like the Dodgers, and the Pirates could have been that to some extent if baseball was like, yeah, the guy who funds the Mavs, they won a title. The guy who funds Indiana, they won a title. Wanted to fund the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we said no.
Ooh, all right. That's a strong take right there.
Rack him.
And by the way, I'll bring it all home for you, Evan. The reason that Michael Bolton and Barry Bonds are friends, this is what we were talking about as you came in. Apparently, it goes back to this charity softball game that Michael Bolton would have his charity All-Stars play against Barry Bonds and the Major League Baseball All-Stars. And so they were involved in a Field of Dreams deal for many years, and these guys became like BFFs. I mean, that is a strange, odd couple, but that's the story according to Google. There you have it.
Wow.
It's like
So
a Radio
Morales
Ronaldo thing.
Morales has been to 10 Michael Bolton concerts. The artist or group that you've been to the most concerts of for all of you is which artist or group?
Depeche Mode for me.
Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I'm not surprised by Depeche
Hey, they have a
Mode.
new documentary that just came out.
I know. It's on Netflix. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. It's, no time.
I'd say for me, it's probably Pearl Jam, but it's not that far off from like the Grateful Dead or Red Hot Chili Peppers or Foo Fighters. I mean, they're probably all right there in the same number of times I've seen them all. How about you, Ev? Is Evan?
Did we lose Evan?
contemplating?
I'm here. I don't know if you wanted mine. Mine is The Killers.
Oh, the Killers.
The Killers. Yeah.
Now, did the Killers? Did they just? I got to look this up. I don't want to say it because then I'm going to wind up knocking.
Why don't you
somebody
look it
off.
up first? Yeah.
I'm going to look this
Now,
up.
Evan, if I ever have a wedding, will you come out and dance with me for Michael Bolton?
By the way, not
But
if you have a
can't
wedding,
do-
when you have a wedding.
Yeah. We'll
And are
dance to
you
this song.
suggesting I would steal your first dance like Victoria
No.
and David Beckham?
I was
no.
literally
What am I
thinking
saying
the
here?
same thing,
No,
Evan.
you'll be the second. Actually, you'll be the third dance.
It's impressive by me.
It would be Stephanie, then Sedano, then you.
Oh, wow.
Wait a second. That doesn't seem right.
No, it's right.
So
That's not right.
I get the third dance. That's highly coveted. Everybody wants the third dance.
Sam
Yeah.
Pines gets the fourth.
Wow.
Then maybe Cappy.
geez, I can't believe I've fallen this far down in the top 10.
What was Cappy's question about the Killers? We still don't know that answer?
Well, I just want to. I didn't want to kill off a lead singer. So good news.
No,
Brandon Flowers is alive and well.
alive.
Yeah, good news.
Yeah.
Good news. All right, so you're
Hey,
a
Evan,
Killers
how do you
fan.
think Bill Belichick feels about the Patriots potentially going back to the Super Bowl?
Well, he was very complimentary of him this week with Jim Gray on NFL radio. So, I mean,
Really?
that's a good thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but no Drake May on North Carolina's social media this week. We were just
No,
talking
they
about how
do.
USC.
They do that now.
We were talking about how USC is missing a huge opportunity with Sam Darnold playing in the NFC title game. No Drake May post.
It's funny you mentioned Bill Belichick because a lot of the ESPN morning shows have been talking about Belichick to Buffalo. And Evan, I heard what you said the other morning, and I had the exact same opinion, which was Sean McDermott after the Buffalo loss at Denver. I'm standing up for Buffalo. I'm all about Buffalo. Oh, yay. I'm standing up for our community. Take that from us. I was like, bro, you know you're getting fired, and this is the way to suck up to this community. And the ownership just was not buying. And I heard you say something very similar.
That is what I said.
Oh, so it was verbatim. It wasn't similar. It was actually verbatim.
I'm one of the hosts of an ESPN morning show. So basically what you said, which I appreciate, is you heard our show and you regurgitated your point back to me and making it seem like I was going to have a different one. You know, would you hire Signetti to the Raiders? Just curious.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't like that idea. That's a bad idea. Whose idea was that? Horrible idea. That was a bad idea.
Wait, can I ask you guys a quick question? Because you know I'm into this. State of the Lakers, where are we at? Does JJ like his team better now? Does he hate them still? Where are we at with State of the Lakers?
I think JJ would love some tweaks on the roster.
How soon do you think those happen?
I don't
Next
know.
year.
As soon as they're
Next
willing
season.
to part, as soon as they're willing to part with some draft capital.
Yeah, next season.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he hated his team. Hated his team after the Charlotte loss. Hated his team after the Portland loss. And liked his team after the Toronto loss. He'll probably hate his team tomorrow
Actually, did
after
not
they
hate
lose
his
to
team
Denver.
after the Charlotte loss. As a matter of fact, you were disappointed he was not more fire and brimstone after that game.
He was like, what the hell just happened out there? How did that happen? How did LaMelo
we were
Ball just
debating
destroy
this
us?
morning. The producer crew said it was absolutely him. I said, and so did Smalls. I said, no chance. Did LeBron vote for Bronny for the All-Star game? Because Bronny got 2 votes to be an All-Star starter. I said, I don't care what
there's
people say
always
about LeBron.
been
No chance.
No chance. For years, there's always been like random. The players. It's funny. The players have always ripped the media for their votes, but the players' votes are always way worse than the media's.
Oh, I would have said that it was me and you, Sedano, who voted for Bronny. I would have voted for Bronny. In fact, Bronny should be a starter in the All-Star game. Make it more
By the
interesting.
way, the NBA reached out to me because I did the voting on my phone, and you know how sometimes when you do these like voting things, like you just hit like all these names are bunched together, so you have to hit like a little circle, right, to like to mark a certain guy. So the guy who counts the votes at the NBA sent me a text, and he goes, "Hey, real quick, there is this weird discrepancy that I wanted to double check with you on your All-Star vote." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You weren't voting for Thanasis Antetokounmpo, right?" And I go, "No, I was voting for Giannis. Thank you for double checking."
Wait a second. You just exposed something that's unbelievable.
Right,
That
that a
means
human being counts.
Whoever voted for Bronny probably got the follow-up and then reiterated the vote for Bronny. Yeah, I didn't mean LeBron James. I meant the son, who's averaging 1 point a game.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Maybe it was Sedano.
It was not me.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
vote
was
for
me.
LeBron for the All-Star team.
Did not?
No.
You did not vote for LeBron.
LeBron's started the season missing 14 games. He's not.
Oh, dude.
He's not All-Star because you can only vote for the starters right now.
Oh, man. Wait till Rich Paul hears about this. You're in big trouble, buddy.
That's fine.
You are in
It's
big
in their
trouble.
show prep meeting, probably.
You can only vote for the starters. The only Laker I voted for as a starter was Luka.
Oh, boy.
Whoa. You've become a Luka guy, not a LeBron. You're in big trouble now, pal.
Yeah.
Not Jackson
As a matter of fact, I have to go back on my vote, but I'm pretty sure it was definitely Luka for sure. SGA was the other backcourt guy. I'm trying to think up front. Who did I vote for? I don't know. I'd have to go back and check.
Brandon Flowers, maybe he's still alive. So Brandon Flowers.
Right. You
maybe
get the
voted
guy
for
from
him.
the Killers. Right. You get the lead singer from the Killers.
But no, the only Laker.
Michael
you only,
Bolton.
You're only supposed to vote the
Wait,
starters.
I just put 2 and 2 together on something. Cappy,
What?
did you think the lead singer of the Killers was dead because
Yeah.
the name is the Killers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, right? That's
Yeah,
something-
right. Thought he died. He was a killer. Yeah. I got worried about that.
Well, no, he'd be doing the killing in that spot.
Oh, he's the killer, not the killee.
Correct.
Got it.
All right, I think we could wrap on that.
Is the lead singer from Depeche Mode still alive?
Yeah, Dave Gahan. So I had, I voted, this was before he got hurt, but I voted for Jokic. It literally was the day he got hurt, which kind of sucks.
I was there. I was at that game.
Yeah. Jokic, Luka, Shea. I had Ant and Durant.
Ant and Durant.
Mm-hmm. Those are my 5 and
Durant
5
and Ant.
starters
By the way,
in the
Evan
NBA.
Cohen, I got to ask you
In the
something
West.
real quick.
Yeah.
So you always appear in our Saturday special best of usually because it's really good content, and it's long, so it fills up. And you never share the tweet and Insta story that we post on Saturday mornings. Michelle Smallman does. JB Long does.
Well, you said it incorrectly. I don't share the post that you post. If ESPN LA posted it, maybe I would.
Why? You don't want to show a connection to me?
Yeah, I think publicly, maybe we keep this relationship private.
All right.
I think
Oh, wow.
that's really what it comes
Wow.
down to.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow,
you're that
look
close,
at
and you
that.
get the
So
third
now,
dance.
Now Cappy
Wow.
may
Yeah, exactly. I'm a third dance guy. If I was the second dance guy,
right.
maybe I'd share it.
You're a side piece, Chris.
I mean, you may
You're
end
the
up being the
hidden
fourth
side
guy.
piece.
Now even Cappy may pass you at this point.
I feel a little hidden now.
I'm done retweeting anything Morales puts out there because I'm the fourth dance guy. In fact, I may even be the fifth dance guy.
Well, I never retweet anything Morales puts out, and I'm the second dance guy. So
Yeah, but Sedano doesn't retweet a lot of stuff. But boy, if you're ESPN Madison, Evan will retweet you all day. Evan Cohen. You hear him on Unsportsmanlike weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. Evan, take the rest of the day off, please.
Nice job, Ev.
See you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Meanwhile, Cappy and Lindsay, let's talk about our friends at VisionWorks.
All right, let's do it. Hey, listen, unlike other brands, VisionWorks makes things simple by organizing frames by shape and price. Like if you've ever been into any sort of a place where you're looking to buy glasses and you're like, okay, how much is this? How much is that? But wait, this shape is over here. They make things really, really easy. And they also make it easy when it comes to scheduling an eye exam at VisionWorks. All you have to do is book an appointment that fits your schedule. It could be the weekend. It could be evenings. It doesn't really matter. We are available to you at every location.
And they got that 100-day guarantee. So for me, like I said yesterday, I like to wet my beak on different things, different beverages, different stuff like that. That means that if I don't like my glasses, Cappy and Wins, I can go back and say, take these back, sucker. I want a different pair.
Bam!
Bam!
And you know, guys, glasses are about more than just vision. They're also a fashion statement, which is why when we go to the store, I'm going to give you guys some tips on that. So you can check out their stylish frames online at visionworks.com or visit any one of their stores where they accept thousands of insurance plans.
And even if you think your vision is perfect, because I know you can't get over the fact that it's not anymore, regular eye exams are really important. Your eye doctor is not just looking at your sight. That's a part of it. They're also looking at the health of your eyes, and an annual exam can help catch early signs of like glaucoma, diabetes, hypertension. You got to get into VisionWorks and have your eyes checked. And then, Chris, you and me are going to get the 2-for-1.
Absolutely. The BOGO. Plus, it's tax season. Don't spend that tax refund on potato chips. Spend it on something that goes to good, like your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Use it at VisionWorks, like you said. 2 pairs, one easy. I stumbled. One easy decision at VisionWorks. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. 8:33. We stretch it out there with Evan, so we got to make up some time. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. New year, new floors, and absolutely no wasted time. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring makes upgrading your home a winning move right out of the gate with millions of in-stock flooring options at unbeatable wholesale pricing. You can stop waiting and start installing hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. They truly have it all. Family owned for 3 generations, Hernandez keeps it simple and affordable. Start the new year strong. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom near Commerce Casino.
What a year for LA sports. The Dodgers' epic Game 7 World Series victory. Shohei's unbelievable 3-homer, 10-strikeout playoff masterpiece. Luka Doncic joining the Lakers. Were one of those your top sports moment of the year? Or was it Kershaw's emotional final game at Chavez Ravine? LAFC landing Sung Hung Min or something else? Cast your vote at lasports.org/vote. Winners will be announced at the Los Angeles Sports Council's 20th Annual LA Sports Awards on January 28th. Vote today at lasports.org/vote.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Corazon. For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani.
800-345-6789. With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
Yeah, more Bolton, why not? 8:37, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday.
I know you've been hurt. I know your love is shy.
Oh, it feels good, doesn't it, Cappy?
Mm-hmm. Really good. Really good.
Where's my winder? There they are. What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers take on the Nuggets tonight in Denver. The Toyota Lakers countdown with Better Durant starts at 5:30 p.m. with tip-off at 7. Hear it on your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Oh, here comes this part. Hold on. Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. I do want to be your sole provider, Cappy.
And I want to be higher on your dance list.
Well, no, I mean, come on.
My feelings
Stephanie would be the one I'm getting married to, so she's one.
I yield to Stephanie.
Sedano's my BFF. He's 2.
Okay, I start to get a little bit annoyed at that, but
Sam
that's
Pines
okay.
is a mentor.
No, Sam Pines.
And the owner of the station. He's
no
3.
Good. I don't care. Owner or no owner. No, come on. No Sam Pines.
And I think you and Evan could duke it out for 4.
Well, I win that. Now, if you're going to play some Michael Bolton today, and Sedano says his favorite band and the band he's seen the most is Depeche Mode.
I was going to play that next.
I'm going to put in a request for my favorite Depeche Mode song.
Is it an all-request Tuesday? Hey, everybody.
What is that? I'll rate your. I want to rate your Depeche Mode-ness based on the song.
I've seen Depeche Mode one time. I wouldn't call myself a Depeche Mode fan. I'd say I'm fine with them. Yeah. But my favorite song, and it's the old school because I love the video, is Just Can't Get Enough. What's the name of the lead singer?
Dave Gahan.
Yeah, he's cool. He's fun. He's dancing around. He's got the cool hairdo. He's young at the time. I just can't get enough. That's my favorite Depeche Mode song.
It is a great song, and it is. It's an old song, 1981, I believe, and still stands the test of time. I mean, it's used commercially. It's when they play it at concerts still, which they definitely do.
Every time I think of you, I just can't get enough.
It gets a huge pop.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
This is an amazing Cappy moment.
It's when I'm with you, baby, I go out of my head and I just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
All the things you do for me and everything you've said, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Yeah.
By the way, that needs to be cut up for the Mandy's.
Cappy, you kind of sounded like the Swedish chef there from the Muppets.
You did sound like it was more like Schmorty, yorty, yorty, Schmorty, morty, 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 Schmorty, morty, can't get enough.
By the way,
wanted to add to the repertoire.
This Depeche Mode quiz, part of the Morning Wood. I bang on the hardwood there, thanks to our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, Steven Hernandez, the crazy Hernandez brothers. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day has a deal, no 66224, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Yeah, and if you're a Seahawks fan, just be prepared.
You're back to the Seahawks again?
Yeah, I thought we were on Depeche Mode.
No, here's why.
Is the Rams game bigger than the Laker game the other night?
Oh, it's not even close. And by the way,
Bergie got you.
I'm glad you brought it up because you know what? There were many of our listeners who hit me up yesterday and gave me. Yes, they did. Thousands. In fact, you know what? Hundreds of thousands of listeners yesterday.
Who hit you? Now, were
me
there
up.
more of our fans that hit you up, or more Seahawks fans that hit you?
No.
On
No. Way more Seahawks fans are pissed at us about how dare we think that the Rams should have won both games against the Seahawks this year, and how dare we be confident that the Seahawks are going to get beaten at home this weekend when they've had such a great playoff record at home over the last 20 years. How dare we be confident in the Rams? But I got plenty of people yesterday that were like, dude, I used to wait for Sunday nights because that was Laker time. Now it's Rams time. It's football season. I'll get back to the Lakers on Tuesday night when they go to Denver tonight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did we decide what Depeche Mode song I'm playing next or no?
I just can't get enough.
Well, he wants Just Can't Get Enough.
Just can't get enough.
All right. You
love
can
that
play
song.
whatever you want. There's a lot.
like
They
it.
have a lot of.
They got quite the library.
A lot of great songs in the catalog.
By the way,
do like
quickly,
that
I
song.
want to do.
Now, you want to know my favorite
Oh, yeah,
song,
go ahead.
Cappy?
Yeah, please.
It's actually one that Dave Gahan no longer performs himself. I don't know the origin of why. I'd love to ask him one day. But they do a ballad version of a song called Strange Love. And it's my favorite Depeche Mode song ever. But and it's more of an upbeat song, but they do a ballad version at concerts for many decades now, and I don't understand the genesis of that, which I should probably look into as a fan.
Well, I'll tell you what else you should look into. You should look into the next time Depeche Mode plays in L.A., and we should have.
Well, they're not touring anytime soon, but I was there the last time. It was, as a matter of fact, it was. Remember when I did the back-to-back Sphere? I did Depeche Mode one night, U2 the next night.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first Sphere night, and the Sphere, as we've talked about, unless you really love a band after you've been to the Sphere, it's really tough to go to a concert. Now, I love Depeche Mode, and I love their concerts. I love their energy, all that, so I can watch them anywhere. But, yeah, like, once you go to the Sphere, man, like, it changes things up, man.
I'm having that same experience because, I'm a huge Eagles fan, and I've seen the Eagles in the Sphere. And
you know what? I should go.
You should go.
I haven't gone.
I'm
When are they back?
Well, they're coming. I think this weekend is when they return, and then the following weekend, I'm actually going to Vegas, and I'm going to go see the Eagles for the second time at the Sphere. And the thing is that they're also this year, the Eagles are headlining Jazz Fest in New Orleans. And my daughter, who's obviously graduating from Tulane, I mean, I've talked about this. She's like, Dad, you got to come down here for Jazz Fest, and you got to come see the Eagles. And I'm like, when you see the Eagles in the Sphere, I don't know what it would be like to see them now post-Sphere. I've seen them pre-Sphere,
but
I haven't seen them post-Sphere.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to go to Jazz Fest, especially considering the next month I got to come down for graduation,
Yeah. You just want to spend the extra money.
Exactly.
And the time. But the money is probably primary. Yeah, let's be
come
honest.
on, who are you fooling?
Right. Who are we? Who are we BSing here, right? The money is a big part of it,
Yeah. Hey, real quick. So,
Tell me.
What do you actually think is going to happen in this Seahawks-Rams game?
I think, again, I'm just going to go back to this real quick. The Rams at home beat the Seahawks when Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. And to the Seahawks' credit, they still had an opportunity to win the game.
Correct.
I give the Seahawks credit for even having that opportunity, and I was very frustrated with the Rams that they had not blown the doors off the Seahawks in Game 1. In Game 2, the Rams at this point were at the height of their season, and they had that game, and they had a multi-score lead, and they gave up that punt return, and we know special teams had been a problem all year. The momentum switched, and then there was that very bizarre play where Charbonnet picks up the ball in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. By the way, big note to this game is that the Seahawks, who have had a two-headed running back system all year long, just like the Rams, well, they lost Charbonnet in the last game against San Francisco to an ACL injury. So now Seattle has one running back rather than the complement of 2. What do I expect to happen? I expect the Rams to finish off the redemption tour. Carolina, check. Cold weather, prove that you can win in the cold weather, the freezing Antarctic temperatures of Chicago, check. Go back to Seattle and win a game that you let get away during the regular season and go win a Super Bowl in your rival stadium.
Nicely done, Cappy.
Hey, thanks.
8:46 on a Tuesday. Let's talk about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Let's do it, George, because today is Tuesday,
It is Tuesday, Cappy. And the reality is this. It's very simple. You get into an accident, you call that new number, 800-345.
6-7-89,
okay? Listen, it's all in a row, and it is Tuesday. Coming off a long weekend, you know how that goes. You're trying to get back into the swing of things. The alarm feels personal. The traffic feels extra rude. And everything feels just like a pain in the tuchus, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, Cappy, if that long weekend ended with a crash, a slip or a fall of some kind.
Bam!
Yeah, you didn't see it coming. You want to know something? You don't have to get through this tough moment alone, all right? And you don't have to just hope it works out, okay? Because when it hits you, you wake up sore, your car's messed up, you're missing work, you're getting calls from the insurance people acting friendly, asking questions. They're trying to lock you into something that protects them and not you.
Yep.
That's why you got to call Jacob.
Yep. The law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, they are here for you 24/7. Nights, weekends, right now, real time, we're here for you. When you're stressed out, when you're confused, and you don't know what you're supposed to do next, Jacob and Ronnie and his team are here. They're waiting for your call, and they're going to take that weight off your shoulders. Because let me tell you something right now. It's the easiest thing you will do all day when you make that call to the easiest number in all of Los Angeles, really in all of the world. You know that number, George?
800-345.
6-7-89.
That's it. 800-345.
6-7-89.
8-9. And look, even if you're half asleep, bumper-to-bumper traffic, whatever, you can remember 800-345.
6-7-89.
Jacob Emrani, official sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers, and he fights the people, or fights for people, rather, not fights the people.
You don't fight
he fights
anybody.
the insurance
He'll fight the people if you want to.
The insurance people. The insurance people.
Them he'll fight.
The way you wish somebody would fight for your family. Remember, you don't pay unless Jacob wins, no fee unless he wins, Cap.
Cappy, he's going to be the fourth. He's going to be my fourth dance at the wedding.
Come on,
Jacob.
man.
Yeah, Jacob.
He's past Cappy.
Wait, you mean like the real Jacob or the fathead Jacob?
No, the real
one that
Jacob.
you're holding. You're going to dance with real Jacob, not the fathead Jacob.
I think so.
Yeah.
And now I've moved down even further.
I think so. All right, we can wrap it up there. We did about
terrible.
2 minutes.
That's horrible.
The great Jacob and Ronnie. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles isn't just a local favorite? They're ranked one of the best pediatric hospitals in the country by U.S. News and World Report. With nearly 17,000 surgeries a year, they handle more complex procedures than any other hospital in Southern California. That's major league expertise, right in our backyard. So when it comes to your child's health, count on the pros at the top of their game. To learn more, visit chla.org.
It's Bethel Duran, and it's time to celebrate the new year with a new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax. And if you're thinking about a trade-in, your current ride could be worth more than you think. Northridge Toyota, Wonder Soda. They make it easy.
Tacoma Model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN1ST037657. These excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing. $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Quack, quack. We've all said it for years. The Monday after Super Sunday should be a holiday. And this year, Yamava Resort and Casino is making it happen. This Sunday, January 25th, join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and producer Lindsay at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games. Show up and enter to win a VIP Super Sunday experience. A free room, incidentals covered, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after, live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one need. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Quack, 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 quack. I get parents telling me all the time that the kids in the car love the quack. They're now into the quack, quack.
Listen, I am a role model for the youth of America.
Oh, we know that.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Back to Sedano and Kap.
It's getting hotter.
$8:52. Good morning.
The peacock dance, Cappy. That's what he does on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do the peacock.
I just can't get enough. Oh, here it comes.
Go, Cappy.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. This goes on for a long time. Can't enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't. He got on like the little skinny jeans too. He got dance moves.
He's in great shape, Dave Gahan. Yeah. He's in his 60s, bro.
Oh,
Still
really?
running around like a madman on stage.
I just can't get. 60s is nothing, dude. 60s is a young man. You play quarterback in the NFL at 60. Man, you could play in the NBA at 60. Are you kidding me?
And when it rains, you're shining down for me.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Just like a rainbow, you know you set me free. And I
just can't get enough.
You know, a lot of the EDM bands, Cappy, they they credit Depeche Mode as like the godfathers of the digital sound. You know?
Is that right?
They do. The
I saw
electronic
them
sound.
one time in a massive rainstorm in an amphitheater in suburban Pittsburgh. Yins were out in the rain and that.
Yinzer.
Yeah. That's why I love Kurt Signetti. He's so Pittsburgh. They had him at halftime, George. He's walking off the field. I think it was Holly Rowe who did the interview.
Right, he was complaining about like physicality or something.
He's like the number of hits, illegal hits that they put on our quarterback. Call it. And she goes, well, what are you going to do in the second half? He goes, well, it'd be really nice if we go down there and score a touchdown. That would be really nice if we could get a touchdown in a second half. He is just so Pittsburgh. I love that guy, Kurt Signetti. I'm a big fan.
Real quick, let's do the mongrel of the morning from the YouTube chat. Thanks to our friends at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Listen, 90 minutes from wherever you are. It is Tim in the OC Epic Wolf. Earlier, he had the line, Cappy should use a Sharpie and draw in his eyebrows like he's a homegirl from Whittier.
Hey, what's up, home?
I would say this to you, Tim. I do not need a Sharpie because I have proper makeup to make me look like I have eyebrows. Now,
well,
I
your
realize
eyebrows
this.
do. So when I saw that comment, I looked at the screen, and you don't have much of an eyebrow.
No, I have half eyebrows. I've got half a brow. And then it gets up to the top where most brows would come down the other side. I got no brow. I got half a brow. Now, my girlfriend, Rachel, has taken me into a makeup store. And in this makeup store, they have these products for ladies, I suppose, who have the same problem. And then you kind of like paint them on a little bit. They sort of darken whatever little eyebrow hairs you got here. Lindsay has offered to actually apply the makeup to my eyebrows, but I have yet to take her up on that.
I mean, I use eyebrow mascara to darken mine a little, but why don't you dye them when you get your hair dyed?
Well, because I think the problem is I'm still only going to have half an eyebrow. I think over here, I've gone bald on this side of the eyebrow.
You'd be surprised. A lot of them are probably like really faint, light hairs that you don't even know you have. So you should try it before you do the makeup thing.
I'm going to go paint them on this morning.
Do it. You look like a jack-o'-lantern, I feel like, if you did it yourself.
I'm going to do that for Tim, the Niner fan, who's just so bitter. This guy is so angry right now. His whole life is ruined because the Niners got motorboated this past weekend by the Seahawks. Just killing him. I understand.
Kyle Shanahan should opt out and then opt back in to get the new money. They should, NFL coaches should just start doing that. Opt in and opt back out. Or opt out and then opt back in. You know what I mean? All right, not a lot on that one. All right, the Prize Picks Power on 710, and we continue on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Or if you're listening on the all-new ESPN LA app, stay right there, sucker. We keep rolling on a Tuesday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Smile, mongrels.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where legends rise and history is made. February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Tickets at genesisinvitational.com.
Call Jacob. In a city full of stars, one number shines the brightest. Say it together with me. 800-345-6789.
That's the new way to call Jacob. Same lawyer, same city, same results, just easier to remember.
Call Jacob. Accident or injury, you know who to call.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, keeping it real for you.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, Laker fans, are you a professional and a parent, a dreamer and a doer? You're an ender, and National University knows that grind. That's why they offer flexible online courses, career-focused programs, and support for students juggling work, family, and everything in between. Whether you're building a career, raising a family, or chasing big goals, National University helps you reach your end game and your end game. Make your move at nu.edu.
Fin de semana más romántico del año.
Quiero ser
con la banda más romántica de todos los tiempos. MS llega a Los Ángeles con nueva fecha, 14 de febrero 2026. Viernes 13 y sábado 14 de febrero. Crypto.com Arena. Boletos en axs.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Mendoza's in the gun. The ball's on the 13-yard line. He's clapping as if they're going to snap it. They do snap it. He takes off running on a design. Quarterback draw. He has the first down. He spins into the end zone. What a play by Mendoza. And what a call. It was a design run. He bounced off a couple of hits. Looked like he was going to get the first down. He wasn't satisfied. It's another highlight reel play for Mendoza.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Mendoza took the snap. He was on the goal line, so had to lunge for it. He did. And the celebration begins. Kurt Signetti has led the Indiana Hoosiers to the national championship in one of the great coaching jobs of all time, in one of the great turnarounds in American sports history. The Indiana Hoosiers are football national champions.
Thought we could do it, especially beginning of the year. Everybody's like, Indiana, Cinderella story. Well, this is one hell of a Cinderella. Oh, excuse my language. This is one of the hell of a flipping Cinderella story we got here. And just so proud of my guys. And it's hallelujah. Thank God.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Well, this is one hell of a Cinderella. Oh, excuse my language. A little sabor.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
And I just didn't have to answer.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Mark Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit boy.
right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, Mongrels, stay tuned.
.902 and 22 seconds. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on for a live Imaging Tuesday, presented by our friends at Geeson Wines. Smile, mongrels. It's Tuesday, which means you made it through Monday. By the way, our friends at Geeson Wines, they got a special thing. Follow them on Instagram, and then you could upgrade your gear. Win one of 6 gift card sets from Lululemon and Hoka. One winner drawn every month, valued at $700. All you got to do to upgrade your gear is give my friends, Geeson Wines, a follow on the old IG at Geeson Wines.
By the way, Cappy, next time I come to Miami, you need to come with me just for the food.
I agree.
The Levitar, I am so spoiled here now. These guys are so spoiled in a good way. Good for Dan.
Well, explain to me. What does he have, catering for lunch every day?
Breakfast
Is that the story?
and lunch every day.
How many people does he have working there?
There's a lot of people here. I mean,
what are they doing
like
besides
here, look,
the
let me show
Levitar
you
show?
the control room, not
Yeah.
the radio, the audio studio, but like they have like an actual TV control room that's right next to me.
Oh
I'm
my
in their
God.
auxiliary studio.
Holy crap.
Yeah, like this is a huge deal. Like they've
What do
got
they
a
do
lot of people
besides the
working
Levitar show? What else do they produce that I don't know about? I'm sure plenty, but I just don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean they're producing other content too. Like so, Pablo's show gets done out of their New York studio.
Mm-hmm.
We know our friend Pablo Torre.
Mm-hmm.
But even though he uses the studio, it's no different than us being on remote, right? Like everything gets done through here, production-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've got a couple of other projects that I'm not 100% familiar with at the moment. But just the food part of it, like I mean, let's go, Morales. We need catered breakfast and catered lunch every day.
Where's the budget for that?
Yeah.
Well, if you guys, I'll make you a deal. You guys come in 5 days a week to do the show. I'll pay for the catered breakfast.
And lunch?
Not lunch. Breakfast.
Nah.
Okay, then.
Straight up.
He says, nah. Why? What do you got? What are you stuffing your face with now?
So I had eggs already earlier, scrambled eggs, which were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a quiche scrambled egg thing.
Oh, quichons will be bad. Oh, never mind.
And then now I'm having like, I had like a taco. So they have this place called Lime here that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm having I made myself some like nachos.
That's a lot of food this early.
I know,
Although
they
it's
have a-
noon there, so never mind.
It's noon.
Yeah.
Do they have a break in the day where Dan says to everybody, hey, I've also got like a world-class gym here. Everybody get your ass in there and work out for an hour?
I mean, they are in this hotel. I'm sure there's a gym somewhere.
All right.
So, Cappy, you're coming up tomorrow. And tomorrow, by the way, will be a windy Wednesday on the show.
Yes.
Brian Windhorst will join us on the show. But I think I'm going to go I think I'm going to try to so while I stopped eating at 6:30 p.m. last night. So I've already crossed the 12 hours. So we're going to try to go, what would 6 p.m., so 36 hours. So I'll break the fast with you, Cappy, tomorrow.
You were in my head last night, and I was eating dinner very early yesterday while watching the national championship game. I was done eating by like 6:15 p.m., and believe me when I tell you, there was a thought at around 7:30, like, man, I wonder what I got in the fridge, which I don't really have anything. And I was like, you know what, just don't eat. And so I usually will wait until about 12:30, 1 o'clock, so I'll probably get myself in, what is that, like 18 hours-ish, something like that?
That's good, 18.
Yeah, not bad.
I mean, the gold standard for what a lot of people say is the 16-8. So
yeah,
16
I do that
hours,
fairly regular.
no eating, 8 hours eating.
But the I had dinner. I mean, I got to the game. I ate like at 4 yesterday. So it was 4. Yeah, I finished probably eating like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to the stadium.
Okay.
So had a nice spread for the college football playoff.
I'm sure they did. What they have? Anything good?
They had a little carving station. They had like a, they also had a taco station. They had a bunch of different stations. It was
lovely.
Good.
Very nice. I'm trying to, I have noticed, I don't know about you guys, I have noticed two things since we've moved to mornings. I have
that was a good crunch sound.
Yeah, very nice sounding crunch. It sounded like a nice
And that was
tortilla.
off mic. That wasn't even like on mic.
No, we saw it. We watched the whole thing go down. I've noticed since we moved to mornings, I can A, eat dinner earlier, which is great. And B, I think maybe like a little bit. I'm just losing like a little bit of weight, not even because I'm really, really watching what I'm eating. It's just the whole eating earlier. You get done eating by 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night. You don't eat the next day till noon. That's pretty good, because otherwise, man, when we were on in the evenings, when we used to be on till 7, I wouldn't eat till 8:39. And then when we were on till 6, I wouldn't eat till 7:38. Now that we're off early, two things have happened in my life. A, I know what happy hour is. I never really knew what that was. And B, I can get done eating early. I like it. It's very good. Good for my digestion.
Those are very specific times. 8:39 and 7:38. Oh.
How about 6:37? 6:10. Now, I just want to point something out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to I'm willing to do this for the goof. You know what I'm saying? Tim, the mongrel of the morning, made a comment about my lack of eyebrows. So because I am broadcasting from my home studio today, I went up to my bathroom and I added eyebrows. Take a look at these bad boys right here.
What do you mean you added eyebrows? You colored them in?
What did you color them in with?
I don't know. There's this makeup product that Rachel has, and one of it's like a little paintbrush, and it makes whatever little hairs you got, whatever little peach fuzz you got left, it kind of darkens them up.
But now you look weird.
I know.
Because the coloring's off from the...
I know.
You got to make it even.
I just thought it was funny. I was like, if Tim in the OC is so consumed with my lack of eyebrows, I wanted to give that brother what he wanted. I wanted to give him a second half of eyebrow. And I don't care how bad they look or how bad the makeup is. I just wanted you to see it. Look how ridiculous that looks. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's not ridiculous. But
honestly, it looks fine. I wouldn't have noticed had you not even pointed out.
Yeah, we're looking at it because we know what actually was there. But if you were just meeting a stranger, it wouldn't look weird.
Right. They probably wouldn't even know the difference.
No.
Nobody would be like, yo, you got some schmutz on your face right here, booby. Come here, darling. Let me wipe that off. So, yeah. I'm Tim in the OC. Is that who it was? Tim in the OC? Is that who it is?
Epic Wolf in the YouTube chat.
Epic?
At ESPN. What?
His
Epic
name
Wolf.
You say Wolf?
Yeah, Epic Wolf.
Wolf?
Like Woof Woof?
Yeah, WOLF.
Oh, that's
it's
Wolf.
like Woof, like WUFF.
Okay.
Woof Woof.
You chose not to give us the L.
Okay.
Epic Wolf.
You're the only one that heard it, but all right.
I mean, okay.
Epic Wolf, woof, 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 versus Epic Wolf. How? See the difference?
I guess.
Man. Oh, gosh. Anyway, George, where were we?
Oh, gosh.
Where were we? Did we know where we were? I guess not.
I mean, we were talking about the Rams, but I think you wanted to. I think we should restart where you get into your little Radio Rinaldi bit. Like, I think yesterday was a perfect culmination and the perfect entree for a Radio Rinaldi with the Indiana Hoosiers, the losingest program in college football history prior to 2 seasons ago when Curt Signetti took over, now winning the national championship in a very short amount of time.
And I would say this, and I'm dead serious when I say this. You could be a kid who's playing high school football, and you may not find a place to play college football. You may be a 2 or a 3-star quarterback, and you were going to commit to this school, but you weren't quite ready, and they've gone out and they've replaced you, and you don't know where you're going to play college football. But I'll tell you right now, never give up on that dream. Never give up on that dream, because Fernando Mendoza is proof that if you dream it, you can make it reality. And that may sound like a bunch of nonsense to people. I am being dead serious, because nobody thought Fernando Mendoza would be where he is today when he was leaving high school. He wasn't highly rated. He wasn't highly recruited. His dream was to play for his hometown school. They wouldn't even look at the kid. And he finds his way through his own journey to go to a school that they were just like he was. Nobody believed them. Nobody thought they could ever win. Nobody ever expected it. He showed up. And Curt Signetti's dad was a legendary coach at a little teeny tiny school called Indiana University of Pennsylvania, which ironically, not only did Curt Signetti eventually coach there, but then he goes from Indiana University of Pennsylvania to Indiana University, which sounds big because it's in the Big Ten, but it was trash. And then he sat there at that press conference, and he told people, I win. Google me. And he was right. So whether it was this coach, this quarterback, and how they together turned this program from trash to champions, that can happen for you. I mean, it could. I mean, it probably won't, but it might.
I mean, it's possible. Like Bergman said it, Cappy. UCLA is, I think, a team to watch over the next couple of years. I am going to be very curious to see the level. Now, you need the level of investment, right? I think that's important. I think you've got the coach hire right, but the level of investment is going to matter more than anything else. Because even though Mark Cuban says that Curt Signetti and his staff did a great job of finding the kind of fits that they had, I think that there's still a level of investment that Mark Cuban has provided that they did not have previously. But the other part of it is make sure he brings some James Madison players with him, because clearly that worked for the last guy.
Yeah, he's already brought in, I think, 6 or 7 different
guys.
6, 7.
Hey,
different guys from James Madison, and also their transfer portal class is one of the tops in all of college football.
Yeah.
I think top 10.
So, that James Madison thing, I think they said that the Indiana team had 13 guys that came from James Madison. And of the 13, let's just say like 6 or 7 of those guys.
6, 7.
Thank you. Some of those guys really turned into like top caliber players. So really, Mendoza is the face of what Indiana accomplished. But those James Madison guys deserve a lot of credit too, because why were they at James Madison? Because nobody wanted them at USC, UCLA, Ohio State, Notre Dame, etc. Nobody wanted those kids, so they went to James Madison. And then when they got to James Madison, they were lucky enough to have run into Curt Signetti, and then they were even luckier enough to go with him to Indiana. Not that anybody thought Indiana was going to be any good, but what those kids did for Signetti, and he talked about this, is they went into the locker room to the other Indiana players, the guys that were going to stick around, and they said, if you just follow his lead, I'm telling you, what we've accomplished at James Madison, we could accomplish here at Indiana. And for those that bought in, they stuck around. Like, what's that kid's name, the wide receiver? Tall, skinny, white guy who's really good. What's that kid's name?
80. Yeah.
Number 8. He stuck around. Yeah. But a lot of other guys were like, I'm out of here. Screw this. I'm not dealing with that. But if you stuck around and you listened to what those James Madison kids spread throughout the locker room, they were the ambassador for the coach. Pretty amazing story. It really is. And by the way, just these kinds of stories, George, it reminds me, I was watching a video of Cooper Kupp. Now, we all remember how great Cooper Kupp was for the Rams, but we also remember how Cooper Kupp was really, really, really upset that he was let go by the Rams. And one of the things about Cooper Kupp is he was also a skinny kid. Nobody wanted him, wasn't recruited. When he got to Eastern Washington, the way Cooper Kupp tells the story is that the coaches were all talking like, hey, he's a nice kid, but he'll never, ever be able to play at this level. Like as if Eastern Washington was USC. And Cooper Kupp, every single day of his life, woke up with a determination of, I'm going to prove people wrong. I'm going to play high school football. I'm going to play at Eastern Washington. And every day at Eastern Washington, his focus was on, I'm going to play in the NFL. And then when he got to the NFL, Cooper Kupp said, I didn't arrive. I didn't feel like now's the time to take the time off. I got here. No, now's the time to double down and work even harder. And if you're Cooper Kupp and you're pissed that the Rams did you wrong, at least the way you see it,
right,
you have your opportunity at revenge this Sunday. Because who would have thought that when Cooper Kupp went to Seattle, that he and Sam Darnold would find themselves hosting the NFC Championship game this Sunday? So, hey, Cooper Kupp, we all love you here in L.A., but if you want your revenge, you got your shot this Sunday. Could be his full circle moment, like Fernando Mendoza talked about last night. See the way I brought that all around?
Was he really upset? Like, was there like a falling out or animosity?
Oh, yeah. You don't remember last year?
No, I really don't. That's why I'm asking. I don't recall that happening.
Oh, for sure. Cooper Kupp was not silent. He wasn't like walking out the door going, hey, I'm really grateful. Thanks a lot. Great memories, Super Bowl championship, Triple Crown. No, Cooper Kupp was like, they didn't even talk to me. He just bounced me out. Like he was not happy at all. Not only that he wasn't coming back to the Rams, but my recollection was he wasn't happy with the way it all kind of went down. So, yeah, Cooper Kupp's got his opportunity this weekend to have his, what Mendoza called last night, his full circle moment. And that's your Radio Rinaldi.
There you have it.
Yes, yes, sir. Absolutely right. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, Cappy. I mean, we could definitely move on. Do you have anything else to add? Did you enjoy the college football season?
If you would have told me last night's game was Oregon against, I don't know, name your team that was in the college football playoff.
Ohio State.
Okay, I'll use Ohio State. Ohio State, my interest would have been, hey, I've been following this kid quarterback since he's in high school, so I'm interested. Oregon, I'm like, okay, kind of Dante Moore. That's kind of an interesting story. Transfers from UCLA and sits behind Dylan Gabriel and is patient. That's kind of an interesting story. But I don't have any, passion for Ohio State versus Oregon, just as an example. This national championship game last night, and maybe I'm alone, maybe you guys feel the same, I could not get enough of the story last night. Mario Cristobal's this Cuban guy who played at Miami, who's got Miami back to glory, who gets to host the national championship game. That's on one side. The other side is Kurt Signetti, so Pittsburgh, and how has he turned Indiana into this great team in 2 years? And Mendoza's the Miami kid that nobody wanted. I found storylines to that game. And as far as the game, it played out perfectly for the way I wanted it, because I wanted Indiana to win, and I wanted Mendoza to have not only his Heisman championship or his Heisman trophy, but a national championship to go with it. And he not only got the national championship, but he also got that Heisman moment, because the highlight of that game will always be his fourth down draw run that got into the end zone.
I think that'll end up being the highlight that they play for the rest of his career.
Right. They will always show you that Fernando Mendoza was the Heisman Trophy winner and the national champion at the underdog. He was the underdog face of an underdog program. And on 4th and 5,
although they were heavy favorites yesterday,
but the guts, the courage.
They actually didn't cover yesterday.
No, they didn't, because I think they were favored by
7.5
7.
Was the number where the number closed.
The guts to make that call, and then the heart to battle through those tackles and dive for the end zone. That is the Heisman Trophy winning national champion quarterback highlight of all time.
Heart, guts, grit.
That's exactly right. You tell him, Coach. You understand. You get it.
So, Cappy, I have a question. Even though you're not a Raiders fan anymore,
Mm-hmm.
everyone assumes.
Wait, if Signetti
Yes.
goes, you're back?
Well, I was going to ask, what about
No.
Fernando Mendoza? What if
No.
he's drafted by the Raiders, which everyone assumes they will? Does that change your mind?
You threw everything away.
Well,
No,
I
he hasn't
kinda-
given it to
Greg
me
still
yet.
has it. He
No,
has some on his desk.
I threw it away, but I put it in a corner of a room, so that if I ever wanted to come back to my Raider gear, the
you
Raiders
can't go
socks.
back.
You know, we don't want you.
What do you mean you don't want me?
I don't want you. If you're going to go, leave, come back, just like Ireland. You guys just leave, come back. No, you leave, you're
leaving.
gone. You're out of here.
Well,
Now
I
you're
was
7th
told.
on the dance list.
Wow, I was told that once you're in the Raider Nation, you're in for life. That's what I was told.
But you left.
Yeah, but who died and made you the leader of the Raider Nation?
I think this is
JT
it.
the
I
Brick
think-
allows me to come back.
No, Jason. That's Morales' bit. That's Morales' bit.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
I mean, listen, Fernando Mendoza goes to the Raiders, which we all expect he will, and 5 years out, I'm going to ask all you guys the same question. 5 years out, you ready? If Mendoza's the quarterback of the Raiders in 5 years, who's the best quarterback in the AFC West?
I would
Is it
hope
Pat-
Mendoza.
Is it Patrick Mahomes? He'll be older by that time, and now he's dealing with an injury, maybe the first of his career. Bo Nix, who's dealing with an injury, and I don't think people are enamored with Bo Nix. And Justin Herbert is a really nice regular season stat-producing quarterback, but clearly cannot win in the postseason and hasn't been able to figure out why,
Yeah,
as we heard in his
look,
press
if I were
conference.
betting, it would still be Mahomes or Herbert as the best quarterback.
Mahomes is the best. Mahomes.
I love Fernando, but I think Fernando is a guy that needs Herbert and Mahomes can elevate teams. And they don't need star level players around them. I think Mendoza's going to need to be a more of a complementary piece. And I don't mean that in a demeaning way. I'm just saying, I don't think he is Caleb Williams or Drake May level talent as a quarterback, but I think he's really smart. His preparation is impeccable. And I think that he's got enough athleticism and arm strength and things of that nature. He can make every throw. And he's more athletic, as we've seen this season, than I think people gave him credit for. I got to see it the year before. So I think he's very good as a talent. I just think that he's going to need weapons and pieces around him.
It's all going to come down to
you know what
offensive
he
line.
is? To me, he is a, and this is a compliment. This is not to be demeaning by any stretch of the imagination. He is a more athletic version and more polished version of a Joe Flacco.
Oh, see,
Won a Super Bowl.
I think
Correct. He did win a Super Bowl.
He sure did. I think that Fernando Mendoza, you say that guys like Mahomes and Herbert can elevate guys around them. I would say this to you. Mahomes has proven that he can. Herbert has not proven that he can.
Oh, stop, Cappy. They were dead in the water, and you had them dead in the water months ago.
Okay, I'm just telling you what the numbers say. I mean, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he's 0 for 3 in his postseason career.
No.
That's
I'm
the
talking about
fact.
in the regular season, Cappy. You left them for dead, and so did pretty much everyone else when their offensive line was a disaster.
Yeah, but I only left them for dead
And their
because
running backs, they were literally getting a guy off a practice squad to play running back.
But I left them for dead. Make no mistake, out of hatred.
Right, but you
not
weren't
out of
alone
analysis
on that. You weren't alone on that at all. They were left for dead when they lost their running backs and they lost their several offensive linemen, starters.
Yep.
They were left for dead. And they came back and they made the playoffs easily.
They battled. They got to the postseason, and then when they got to the postseason, the same stuff happened that happens every single time.
Fine,
So,
but he still elevated a team that was left for dead.
Okay, if that's the way you look at it, you look at it that way. I'll look at it differently. Here's my bottom line. I think Fernando Mendoza is a guy that can elevate. I think that Fernando Mendoza doesn't need all of the athletic traits you talked about. He may not be as good of a runner as Justin Herbert. He may not be as good of a thrower as Patrick Mahomes. But this kid has something magical about him, and his teammates will follow his lead. And I think Fernando Mendoza, this is why I think Tom Brady was there last night more so than anything else. I think Tom Brady wanted to watch up close, in person, from the sideline, what does this kid do to lead his team? Because everything you just said about Mendoza is what they said about Brady. He doesn't have the arm strength. He doesn't have the athletic ability.
Sure.
But he had the leadership skills.
And that's clearly the model he wants to take up after. But we forget Brady was a game manager for the first several years of his career. And then elevated to a guy that could carry a team. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that at least initially, Fernando Mendoza is not going to be able to carry a Raiders franchise unless they've got real talent around him. And that's why I think if I was making a baseline comp, it would be more athletic, more polished version of Joe Flacco. Again, that is absolutely not some sort of indictment, or should it be taken as an insult?
No, but listen, think about this. You ready? Drake May and Caleb Williams.
You even putting him in the same breath as Brady, despite his obsession, and I say that again pleasantly as well, with wanting to idolize the greatest player at the position. That to me is a little more like, I'm a little more squeamish about that.
Well, I mean,
sure.
listen, I would look at who is the best. Okay, that guy's the best. That's the guy I want to follow his lead.
Sure.
And that's what Mendoza has done. But listen, here, think about this, George. Drake May.
I mean, listen, I wanted to be Bob Costas growing up. I'm not going to be Costas.
No, but hey, you shoot for Costas and you become what you've become. So listen, there's a lot to if you wanted to be the best in your business, then you shoot to be the best. And by the way, if you don't get to Costas, I think you're doing pretty good, man. You're doing pretty damn good. Now, maybe you need to call some baseball before we'll really give you some credit, No. Like Justin Herbert needs to win a playoff game.
If I started working in the summer, I would probably be divorced, if I had to guess.
I would guess as well.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing. I'll just say that to me, when you look at Drake May and you look at Caleb Williams, did either one of those guys make you believe in their rookie season that they would get as deep in the playoffs as they both have gotten?
No, but I watched plenty of them, and I felt like they were going to be special talents at the next level.
So here's the thing, though. You know what helped make them special talents?
Individual talents is what I would call them.
But you know what has helped them become special individual talents in year 2 of their career?
They got better coaching, and they got better players around them.
100% right.
Right, but
what you
at
just
the
said
end
is right
of the
on.
day, both guys, when push came to shove, absolutely took their teams single-handedly in a lot of cases to heights that those franchises, in some cases, particularly the Bears franchise, hadn't been ever, really.
Right, but what Caleb Williams got
in the sense of the comebacks, not obviously they won a Super Bowl in '85, but I'm saying like the individual nature of the way they won games.
But what Caleb Williams got in the offseason was a new coach who was offensive-minded and was planning on taking advantage of his skills. And what Chicago did is they upgraded, particularly along the offensive line. Yeah. On the flip side, when you look at Drake May, he got a coach that brought in an offensive coordinator that had the credentials, okay, to make a team believe. And New England, as well documented, spent probably more money than anybody in the NFL in free agency this past year. So both the Bears and the Patriots upgraded their coaching staff and upgraded the players around their quarterbacks, their second-year players. To me, Fernando Mendoza could go to the Raiders, could probably, they'll get obviously a new coach. They've got a running back. They've got a tight end. They desperately need offensive linemen. They desperately need playmaking wide receivers. And in 2 years, Fernando Mendoza, 2 years from now, could very much be in the same place that Drake May and Caleb Williams are in right now.
Listen, I've been touting this kid for 2 years. I just don't think he's that level of talent.
He may not be, but does he need to be? Because a lot of times, George,
a lot of that will depend on, Spytek and Brady and
right.
Mark Davis.
Because I will take perseverance over talent all day, every day. And Fernando Mendoza may not be the most talented guy, but in my opinion, I don't know anybody who's got the perseverance that kid has displayed this year. I'll take perseverance over talent. I'll put my money on Mendoza. And by the way, Bergman, this may mean I could come back to the Raider Nation.
Can I at least have the socks? I just want the socks.
The socks are nice socks, right?
Yeah.
Bergman, you gave up very quickly. It was just 10 minutes ago.
No, he's going to do what he's going to want to do. He's going to flip-flop back and forth at different teams. Wherever Alex Van Pelt goes is where he's going to be a fan of.
That's true, and I'm really hoping that Alex stays with the Rams because I love being a Rams fan.
By the way, the tailing off in the background, Christopher laugh was fantastic.
It's true. He's right, though. I've been a Bucks fan. I've been a Packers fan. I've been a Browns fan.
You're a
I've been
Patriots
a Bengals fan. I was a Patriot fan for a little while.
The Browns fandom was strange, I feel.
Yeah.
Like.
Wherever my BFF goes, though, I will support his team. But
Right.
I am very hopeful that he stays with the Rams because I'll tell you right now, being a Rams fan is like when you're a Rams fan.
Oh, it's good living.
you not only expect to be a Super Bowl competitor, you are being like, this is like the greatest thing ever if you're a Rams fan, because every year you got, and for as long as it's going to last with Matthew Stafford, you got a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. You've got the best young coach, and I don't say that like, oh, really? What's your analysis on best young coach? This is a guy who's won 10 playoff games in his career. He's not even 40 years old. You have the best young coach in the NFL. So when you got a coach and you got a quarterback.
The Rams and the marriage with the Rams and Stafford has been in unbelievable. Like, it could not honestly, I mean, I guess if they win another Super Bowl, it could get better, but it has gone as well as one would imagine. Matthew Stafford, had he stayed with the Lions, probably not a Hall of Famer, right? He's probably he's not even Phillip Rivers, because Phillip Rivers at least went deep into the playoffs a couple of times.
One time.
Well, right, but he had the AFC title game that he played on one leg and almost won single-handedly. But they had they were made the playoffs not almost every year, but a lot of the times they made the playoffs. He would have had none of that, Matthew Stafford.
Right. I mean, Matthew Stafford was destined to be a guy who's kind of like I'll make a comparison to a Tony.
He was destined to be a more prolific passing version of Archie Manning. Manning, excuse me.
We're going back, huh? We're going into
stumped him on that one.
Yeah, we're going back into the
Archie
real
Manning,
record books here.
If you talk to people who watch the days of the Aints, right, they'll tell you Archie Manning was unbelievable. The team was terrible, and that was kind of the thing with Stafford. Really tough, played with a broken back, but the team kind of stunk outside of a couple years here and there.
So to your point, the Rams' marriage between Stafford, McVay, and the organization, it has worked out to perfection.
Correct.
And by the way, if they do win another Super Bowl, this is the time, because you don't know how much longer Stafford's going to last. You don't know how much longer his health is going to be good. This is why, and again, I go back to these Seahawks fans that are so pissed at us. This is why, here's why. The Bears are a team that are on their way. Can we
just
agree?
Slap you with a fish from the marketplace?
Yeah,
over
somebody
there,
throw
Pike
one
Market?
at me. Just throw one at me. Listen, can we agree the Bears, with their first-year head coach and their second-year quarterback, they're on the way. The future is bright. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. The Patriots, the Broncos, these are teams that have coaches that are early in their stay with these organizations, and they've got super young quarterbacks, and they're already really, really successful. The Broncos are on their way. The Patriots are on their way. The Bears are as well. And I'll put Seattle in the same category.
Yes, I agree. Mike McDonald is an excellent coach.
Right, and even though Sam Darnold is the veteran of this group that I'm talking about, Caleb Williams, Drake May, he's still a young guy, number one. And remember, his career, unfortunately for Sam Darnold, he found himself on really bad teams that are not even just bad teams, they're bad organizations.
Correct.
Seattle has a great organization, and they have a very, very good coach. So when you take a good coach who's early in his career with Seattle, and you give him a free agent quarterback who's already gone through the hard times, now these guys, Seattle, are on their way. And that's the difference between teams like Chicago and Seattle. Those teams are on their way. The Rams are here now. And the Rams know they have to take advantage of this moment now, because it just doesn't come around that often. I know we can all go back and make examples. Oh, Dan Marino's in the Super Bowl in his second year. He thought he'd play in plenty. He never got back. You're here in the NFC Championship game with a coach that's not even 40 years old that has already had 10 postseason wins, and a quarterback that's 37 years old that 4 months ago we were wondering if he was even going to be able to play because of a back injury. And he had the best season of his career. The time for the Rams is now. The time for the Seahawks and the Bears, that's off into the future. That's why you got to take care of business. You got to win this year. Got to win this Super Bowl.
What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers take on the Nuggets. Tonight in Denver, the Toyota Lakers countdown with Beto Duran. Starts at 5:30 p.m. with tip-off at 7. Hear it for your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app, brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. We take a 90-second timeout on the Prize Picks Power Hour. We'll be right back.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tonight, the purple and gold invade the Mile High City.
I would like to tell everybody this. If you look at the Prize Picks app and you look at the bottom right corner, you look at the profile right down here, right here. Follow me on Prize Picks. I'll follow you back on Prize Picks. And now you can follow my picks. And I've been hot and I can follow your picks, and we can all follow each other on Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. You tell that Italian stallion uncle of yours, Chris Morales, I have been hot on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app and use the code 710. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 instantly from Prize Picks.
Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
And this Sunday, January 25th, is your way in. Join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and me, producer Lindsay, at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games with us. Everyone who shows up is entered to win a VIP Super Sunday experience, a free room, incidentals, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after, live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win. You in?
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
By the way, speaking of tap it, go tap the like button, you mongrels.
Yeah, tap that like button, mongrels.
Let's go.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
It's bad and bullshit. Bad. Cooking up with a
9:35. Good morning. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. On this day in 2017, the #1 hit, Migos featuring Little Uzi Cap.
Oh, yeah.
Bad and bougie, Jack.
You know, Lil Uzi was at the game last night because Fernando Mendoza wanted him there.
Dude, really? There were so many people at the game yesterday.
Lil
It
Uzi.
was insane how many people were at the, like, celebrity types were at the game yesterday.
Pre-game field? You talking?
What's that?
Pre-game on the field?
Yes, correct.
Give me a rundown of who you saw.
I mean, your boy Pitbull was out there doing a concert and then was inside the building afterwards.
Oh, dude, when you sent me that Pitbull video, I was so jealous. You know, he's a 3-0 worldwide. And you see, he's a perfect guy to play for Fernando Mendoza because he's a very inspirational character.
He takes
He's
the
been
negative
there,
and
he's
turns
done
it into
that.
a positive, Cap.
Right.
Well done, George. Well done.
He knows it. He knows. He's been there.
Yeah.
He got his money just for rent. You know, that's it. That's all he got his money for. You know? That's it. I got my money for the rent, but I don't want to pay the rent. I want to go out drinking on a Saturday night. Yeah.
I work my ass off.
Right. You feel me?
That was good, Cap. That was good.
Ooh, give me the time of my life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was there. I mentioned your boy Brady was there.
Brady, by the way, just real quick on Brady. Very dressed down. You know, you see Brady at a football game. He got on his designer suits. He's looking sharp. Last night, a pair of white Air Force Ones, a pair of jeans, a Raiders hoodie. Yeah. You know, kind of was wearing a California Bear hat. Not the Golden Bears, but just like, you know, the state logo.
The state logo.
Yeah, pretty good.
He was
Brady.
incognito.
Don't look at me.
Dressed down last night.
Did you run into Craig Karmazin and Steve Politziner?
I did not run into them.
Oh, they were there.
Where are they
I would
on
not
the
put
dance
them in
list?
the celebrity category, though.
Jeez, they're probably like ahead of me on the dance list, too, at your wedding.
Well, I don't think I would invite them because I don't want to bother them.
Well, you got to invite them, though, because even if they don't show up, they send a nice gift.
I don't need a gift.
No, but you still got to invite them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just don't think that's necessary. Like, why bother them with that?
Yeah.
I don't think it would be bothered. In fact, I think they'd be insulted if they weren't invited.
I mean, Evan's going to always be ahead of you, just so you know.
That's some bull weevil is what that is.
Cappy, so, yeah.
Fat Joe and DJ Khaled were there.
DJ Khaled, Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
As I mentioned, Little Uzi.
Fat Joe doing there? Seriously, that guy destroyed his career when he tried to sing a song at Yankee Stadium when the Dodgers showed up. Remember that?
Do you think the playmaker's still awake, or do you think he went to sleep?
I think he's honestly probably like sitting there like distraught by the whole thing. Because, I mean, that guy cares like.
Yeah, but they're a heck of a run, and they're going to be back.
Very few people care. Yeah, I mean, listen, they had a heck of a run. There's no doubt. And it's harder now, man. It's hard to win a championship in college football now. You got to win all these games. It's kind of crazy. But it's not like back in the old days where it was like, hey, it's the BCS. We're going to pit two teams together. Even before that, hey, the AP poll is going to pit some teams together, and we're just going to kind of align it by the bowl system. And if it works out, it works out. And if not, whatever. We'll just vote for it.
I can't wait for his Netflix podcast live from the White House. It's going to be so amazing.
Wait, who? Michael Irvin?
Yeah, he's going to be doing. I'm assuming it's going to be stories about the White House.
Yeah, Michael.
Oh, I thought you meant like the actual White House.
No, the Cowboys thing. Michael.
Come
Michael
on,
felt.
Cap.
Yeah, I thought Michael Irvin was going to do like sit down with Shohei Ohtani. I mean, I really thought Michael Irvin was going to like Washington
You've been in
D.C.
sports radio 40 years. You know what the reference is.
No, I know the reference, but I thought that maybe Michael Irvin, maybe he saw the president last night. Maybe he hung out at Mar-a-Lago one night. I don't freaking know.
Oh no.
Come on.
David Beckham was there.
His son
Cam
wasn't
Ward?
there then, huh?
Cam Ward was obviously
Was Messi there? No Messi?
I did not see Messi.
He's a little guy. He might have gotten lost in the crowd.
He could have. John Cougar was there, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
I did not see him myself, but I heard he was there.
Was it
just
John
saw
Cougar or John Cougar Mellencamp?
Right.
I only
Two
saw
different
John
guys.
Cougar, by the way. I saw, by the way, the account is John Mellencamp, when everybody in the crowd was singing one of the Mellencamp songs.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of. I wonder if Mellencamp and McAfee
if
have
they
like
made
maybe they've buried the beef.
Yeah, I don't know. So, so obviously they were there. All the former players were there for Miami, like all of them, like anyone you could think of.
Well, let me ask you about that. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I see
Oh wait,
Ray
one more.
Lewis.
Sorry, my guy Danny Ramirez was there. Celebrity actor. He's in Marvel movies. He was in the Top Gun Maverick movie.
Oh yeah.
What about Uncle Luke? Was he there?
He's big time. Uncle Luke was there, yeah, but I wouldn't count it. I mean, he's a celebrity, but I wouldn't count him like in the celebrity of a guy who's been in a Marvel movie.
Did you you mentioned all these Miami players? Michael Irvin is kind of the face of the Miami alums, right? Ray Lewis has been seen at a lot of these games.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, I haven't seen, and this kind of surprises me, because when I thought of Miami back in the old days, I thought of quarterbacks. Bernie Kosar obviously just had
Jim Kelly, Bernie Kosar,
So,
Gino Torretta.
Right. But even before those, Steve Walsh.
Right.
I don't know if you mentioned Vinny. But I didn't see.
Right, yeah.
Were the Miami quarterbacks around at all? Did you see?
Well,
those
I
guys?
heard Steve Walsh was there. I think Torretta was there. I did not see him. But
yeah, I mean, to me, as great as Miami was in that period from about 1983
Jim Kelly has
about 92.
Jim Kelly has like a what I would call a cordial relationship with the program. Remember, he played for the Buffalo Bills for a long time, so it's not like. They were rivals to the Dolphins for so long with Marino that, I don't think of him as, yes, he played there, and he's certainly part of their history, and they acknowledge him, and his, if you go to the campus, his stuff is in the halls all over the football building and whatnot, because they have all those guys, right? And there's a lot of walls to fill, and there's a lot of guys. But he does it. He comes back every once in a while. He's not, and, Bernie obviously has had some health issues, so.
Right. Well, so is Jim.
Right, and Jim, yeah. But Bernie more recently, yes.
Right, he had that.
But
transplant.
Bernie before the health issues was there all the time.
Bernie was there
even
last
when they were
night.
not good.
Mm-hmm. What about Morales' favorite former Miami defensive lineman that no one will know the name about?
Oh, Big
I'm
Sills?
about to say Big Sills.
Was Big Sills there?
Was Big Sills in the house?
I don't know, Cappy.
You didn't see Big Sills?
I did not.
He don't like you.
I mean, whatever. I don't have any.
No,
issues
not
with
you.
him.
Well, he might not like you either, but he really doesn't like Cappy.
I know. And last time I saw him, I actually ran into him in a DMV, and he was sitting at the counter, and
Okay.
And my daughter was next in line, and he heard her name, and he turned around, and he looked, and he saw me, and I saw him, and we just sort of left it peacefully. Big Sills didn't have anything to say to me. I didn't have anything to say to him.
What's your issue with him?
Big Sills?
Well, remember, Big Sills replaced Cappy on 1090. Then Cappy came back and went to the afternoon with BR, and there was a beef between mornings and afternoons.
Nah,
them
not
taking
exactly.
shots at each other.
Nah,
It's all right. I don't care enough.
That's not actually that's
Sills.
inaccurate. That's inaccurate history. But
yeah.
But Big Sills. I mean,
I did not see him. If that's what you're asking.
That's unfortunate.
I did not.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That is too bad.
So yeah, I saw Willis McGahee. I saw a lot of different guys.
Willis
yeah.
McGahee, great.
Was
player.
Jimmy there? Jimmy was there, right?
Oh, Jimmy Johnson was there. Absolutely.
Was
Yeah.
he? Didn't see him at all in the television broadcast. But I
Yeah,
would've
Jimmy
loved to have.
Johnson. I saw him pregame. I can send you a picture. He was there with Michael and Edge and Edrin James and,
Oh, nice.
and all those guys. Yeah.
Last night, they made a point during the broadcast. They said if Miami wins the national championship, I think they said this will be their. I think they said it's their fifth national
Sixth.
title. Okay,
It would
six.
have been-
Okay,
It would have been their sixth.
right. It would have been their sixth national title under 5 different head coaches. So I started thinking to myself, okay, You had Howard Schnellenberger was the first
Jimmy
one.
Johnson.
Then Jimmy. Then hold on one second. Because after that, I get a little fuzzy. Is it Larry Coker or is it Dennis Erickson?
It's both.
Right, but which one in order? Was it Erickson?
Well, Dennis Erickson was before Coker.
Okay, so Dennis Erickson, then Larry Coker, and this would have been Mario Cristobal. This would have been the 5th coach with the 6 championships since 1983.
Right. Dennis Erickson is the only one to repeat, and Johnson obviously had the chance to do it multiple times, but they lost 2 of those games. You may remember the famous fatigue game in the Fiesta Bowl against Penn State.
Right.
And then
that was
another
the
year
Big
they
Sills
got
game.
And then another year they didn't lose in the championship game. They lost. They got hosed at Notre Dame, where Cleveland Gary, who played for the Rams as a running back for many years, dove across the goal line at Notre Dame in South Bend, and then the ball popped out after he crossed the goal line and hit the ground. And the officials, this was pre-replay, obviously back in those days, or reviews rather, because the replays showed that he scored a touchdown, and it was called a fumble, which was crazy. And I remember that one's in the movie, in one of the U movies. But, so Jimmy had a chance to win 3 championships, technically. Got hosed on one. Vinny had that terrible game in the Fiesta Bowl, and then they won against Nebraska at the Orange Bowl. But they beat Nebraska twice in their championships. They beat Oklahoma once. They've actually beaten Nebraska 83. Might have been 3 times in Nebraska, honestly.
I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, guys, I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Miami was playing against Nebraska. My father,
this is the Howard Schnellenberger, the first one?
Yeah, we didn't have money. We didn't have tickets to games. We didn't go to games like, oh, my dad's got season tickets. It wasn't like that,
Because it was at the Orange Bowl, and you were growing up in Fort Lauderdale at the time. Right?
So my father had a friend.
Charlie Kaplan.
Right. My father had a friend who was kind of a rich guy. And by the way, I thought he was rich because he had a Corvette. I don't know how rich he really is.
So that's why you love Corvettes.
That's why he wants a Corvette.
I love Corvettes. So this guy said to my dad, he goes, I know Scott is really into Miami football. Let's take him to the Orange. The night, 1983, when Miami beat Nebraska, and we were sitting at the very, very, very top of the old Orange Bowl. Right. So for those of you guys that sit at the top of SoFi Stadium, you got that video
forget
board.
It. Think of it more like sitting at the top of the Coliseum. Because that's the kind of setup the Orange Bowl was.
Right. And there was no video board back then. You know what I mean? Like, again, if you sit at the top of SoFi, you don't even have to look down at the field. You can just look at the video board and see the game way better. Right. Back then, it wasn't like that.
The Orange Bowl was very much built like the Coliseum.
It was an antiquated stadium with, like, steel seats. You know what I mean? They didn't have backs on them. I mean, it was before all the amenities that we have here. I'm sitting at the top of that stadium. I remember going to the game, and I said to my dad, I just want one thing. And for you guys know, my dad is like the cheapest guy on the planet, right? This is the guy that when I asked for a cheeseburger, he said get a hamburger because the difference was 10 cents, okay? I said, Dad, all I want is I want one of those foam fingers. I want a University of Miami #1 foam finger. And I think it cost in 1983 like $5 for the foam finger.
Who doesn't love a good foam finger? When I went to Dodger Stadium when Mateo's first Dodger game, when he was like old enough to understand what was going on, first thing he wanted was a foam finger.
Right. And a Dodger foam finger is like $600.
Right, but nowadays for sure, yeah.
But back then, Cappy foam fingers, like Scott Kaplan themed foam fingers.
Yeah, foam finger, #1.
I think that foam finger cost me as much as my car payment, to your point.
Right. Well, it cost my dad $5 for the foam finger. Right. And believe me when I tell you, George, it was not something that was automatic. You know what I mean? Like, this is the guy again. Yeah. Dad, I want the cheeseburger. No, you get the hamburger. So getting a $5 foam finger was a big deal. Yeah. But I stood at the top of that stadium like a little kid. It was my first ever football game going to in a big stadium. And that night, when Howard Schnellenberger was being carried off the field by the University of Miami football team, I was like, I got to play college football.
Right.
And I didn't even play football. But I was like, I got to play that game.
Look at you, and then you ended up doing the Cabbage Patch in a college football game.
And by the way, like Fernando Mendoza, I desperately wanted to play at Miami. Desperately wanted to play at Miami. And I remember Butch Davis, I would call him all the time because he was Jimmy's right-hand man. And I had gone to their camps as a kid, and they wouldn't even talk to me. And there was a kid.
Well, they had great kickers back then, didn't they?
Well, here's what happened. They had.
Who was the Hispanic guy they had that was really good?
Carlos Huerta was his name.
Yes, he was fantastic.
And Carlos
he kicked in the league for a little bit.
For a little bit, and but Carlos was a guy that he actually took the job of the 2 kids that they had given scholarships to. So I wanted to go to Miami, and they were like, nah, we already got this kid. We gave him a scholarship in the year before. And then they wound up giving a kid a scholarship the same year when they told me they weren't recruiting a kicker.
Oh, look at that.
And so I was really hurt, man. Really hurt.
Happy Mendoza.
Yeah, I was. I was. The only difference is the full circle moment was when we went to play Miami at the Orange Bowl. They beat us like 49-7, and my highlight was kicking an extra point. You know, that was my highlight.
Was Charlie in the stands?
Oh yeah, of course. Charlie was in the stands.
And Sheila?
Oh, Sheila. Yeah, she was there.
Yeah,
the whole fam. They were like,
you got
kicked
the
an
extra point.
point.
Was it at least early in the game?
It was probably a little bit later in the game. You know,
You were already trailing by a lot?
Yeah, we were getting killed.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
what year was that?
Probably 1991 or 2.
Oh, they were like championship.
Yeah, they were national champions that year.
Yeah. No.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah, we were in trouble.
9:50 on the Prize Picks Power Hour, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. 90-second timeout, then we wrap this whole extravaganza up.
Wrap it.
It's the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA sports talk.
I'm allowed to be pissed off by stuff. No. It's the steroids. An hour ago, you were saying, hey, John, we need more love in the world.
We do need more love.
That
just
reporter.
not
An hour later, you're like, what the hell's with the hearts? Get rid of them.
Get rid of the hearts. Exactly. I'm a little up and down today. A little all over the place.
Okay. Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We've all said it for years. The Monday after Super Sunday should be a holiday. And this year, Yamava Resort and Casino is making it happen. The road to Lombardi runs through Yamava. And this Sunday, January 25th, is your way in. Join Cappy, Morales, Bergman, and me, producer Lindsay, at the 909 Sports Bar to watch the AFC and NFC Championship games with us. Everyone who shows up is entered to win a VIP Super Sunday experience, a free room, incidentals, plus our Super Sunday watch party and the Monday after live from Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win. You in?
One briefcase, one moment could change. Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I have a crooked pole. Some guys have that crooked pole, okay?
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
Usually I have straight poles. I had a crooked pole.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
9:52, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On this day in 2008, Breaking Bad premiered on AMC, became one of the greatest TV shows of all time. The story of Walter White, played by our friend Bryan Cranston.
I'd really like to meet Bryan Cranston. I've never met him.
All right. I'm sure Steve Mason could take care of that for you.
He could. How come Bryan Cranston wasn't at Mason's birthday party last year?
I think because he knows that people like you are going to be like, hey, Bryan, want to invest inside it?
Well, I mean, that's a good investment for him, especially now. I mean, especially where we are now. I mean, my goodness.
Cappy, are you investing? You getting investors?
Oh, I've had to just go do a ton of fundraising here, especially during the holidays.
You know what? You should have. You could have. You definitely should have come me to this game. You could have done a great Cappy Lappy and gotten yourself a bunch of sided investors.
Oh, that would have been great. Well, there's not much room left in this particular round, so don't have a lot of room.
Here's what happens. Because see, I don't know who's going to be in the game next year, but like this year, I knew a lot of people here, right? So like, I ran into the Moss family. They own the what's the Miami MLS team with Messi?
Inter Miami.
Inter Miami. They own that. They're like a big construction family here.
Okay.
And I could have gotten you in on those guys.
Oh,
those guys,
goodness.
they love me. They're like, they see me. They're like, oh, Cuban boy done good. Like they invited me because where's LAFC and Inter Miami playing to start the season here?
The Coliseum.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they invited me to the game.
Okay. All right.
You want to come?
Yeah.
All right.
You really want Cappy hitting up people that are close to you for money?
Yeah, why not?
I think Cappy would be just fine in that environment.
No, I think Cappy's great in that environment. But you're the connector, Sedano?
That's right. Hey, but listen, hold on. What if he hits big? Then everybody goes back to Sedano and go, hey, remember that thing you got me in? Hey, that thing did really, really well. Thanks a lot, bro. What else you got for me? What other deal flow you got?
Cappy deserves some love.
Yes.
Okay?
Love. Deserves.
Very
Deserves
good.
love.
Exactly. You should put him up higher on the dance chart.
Yes. I should easily be number 3.
But
easily.
Cappy, next year the College Football National Championship is in Vegas. We should definitely go to that.
Oh, done. We should do the broadcast from there.
Right, seriously. Morales, let's go.
Oh, God.
Seriously.
Morales gets all upset right away.
What are you talking about? Like,
you make these $25,000. Mark Cates doesn't sell that. You make $25,000 jokes
you're listening
like that.
right now.
He's
Get
not.
us somewhere in Vegas.
He's not. He has to focus on the Lakers.
Tommy Lamb. Okay, get us somewhere in Vegas.
Tommy won't even
next
pay
year.
for car service for Cappy on Thursday. So.
Well, he better come drive me.
Listen,
let me tell you,
this
Tommy.
is an ESPN event. We don't have to worry about credentials. or
Tommy
anything
Lamb
like
and
that.
Charlie Kaplan's got a lot in common.
All right, let's finish this off because I got to scrape.
Well, that's why you ate so much this morning. Of course, you got
I
to
got
scrape.
the eggs and the tacos. Yeah.
Let me thank Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob, the official personal injury attorney of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, 800-345-6789. Meanwhile, you hear the Highway to Heaven theme song, or you should if the volume was up. There you go. And that's when we do the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day. Today, Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Don't get lost in your plan. Each step of your journey is an important part of your unique curriculum. I'll say that 10 times. Each hurdle you face and problem you overcome is part of your divine plan, Cappy. So don't get lost in your plan. If you do, you'll not only interfere with the very goals you'd like to achieve, but you'll also miss out on all the fun. And you don't want to miss out on the fun. Not when you've gone to Walmart to shop for that thing. You got to have fun with that thing.
Oh, you got to have a lot of fun with that. That's why you buy a piece like that.
Exactly right. Also, you heard Lindsay's promo about it. The road to the Lombardi runs through Yamava and Sunday. This Sunday is your chance to win the ultimate Super Sunday prize. Join Cappy, me, Bergman, producer Lindsay Baseball at the for the AFC and NFC championship games. Everyone who shows up is entered to win a VIP Super Sunday experience and a one-night stay at Yamava. Be there January 25th at Yamava Resort and Casino to watch and win. Are you in, Cappy?
Oh, you know I'm in. I'll be there. I can't wait. I'm actually super stoked about Sunday.
There's that read. Let me get one more read in. It's time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. Brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888. Hold on, one more time. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658.
Thank you for that. Dealer's Choice. Can I ask everybody here a question? Who knows what sex wax is?
Yep, sure do.
It's the surfing.
Surfboard wax.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So sex wax is what you use to put on your surfboard to give you, like,
you know who knows a lot about sex wax?
Who dat?
Dr. Klopper.
Oh, I bet he does.
He's been surfing for a week on vacation.
Yeah, so that's what Dr. Klopper does. Before he gets in the water, he takes his board, he takes the sex wax, and he rubs it on the board so that it makes it so that when he stands up on his board, he doesn't slip and slide. Now, sex wax has a product. I want to show this to you guys. These are air fresheners for your car. You ever see somebody, they've got it wrapped around their rearview mirror, and they've got the air freshener in their car. It's the sex wax air freshener. And I bought like a dozen of these things because in my house, if you're a dog owner, maybe you have this experience. My dog has had a couple of accidents here and there in the house, and I can't find them. So I can smell like dog pee somewhere in this house. And like a freaking moron, I'm down on my hands and knees smelling the carpet. Where'd he pee? Where'd he pee? But this sex wax smells like Hawaiian tropic suntan oil. It smells like coconuts. It smells like the beach in Hawaii. Now, do you think it's strange, George, that I have bought like a dozen of these sex wax car fresheners and I'm hanging them on doorknobs all over my house so that the sex wax smell can overwhelm the dog pee smell that I can't get out of my nose? What do you think about this?
Is this like when you tried to get coyote pee?
Right. With
I thought
coyotes.
that was Lindsay. They got coyote pee.
No, he suggested it when I had a skunk problem, but Cappy did actually get it.
Oh.
Right. So I'm trying to change the smell because I can smell there's dog pee somewhere. I can't find the dog pee to clean the dog pee.
You want a trick real quick?
Yeah.
When it's night and it's dark, or if you have like blackout curtains, get a blacklight flashlight, and you'll be able to see the dog pee.
Oh, but Cappy's going to see a lot of other stuff.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, Chris
works.
immediately knows.
It works.
Oh, yeah.
There could
Cappy's chair, the curtains, it's everywhere.
Yeah, just DNA all over this place.
Well, you didn't have to say that. I think everybody got it.
Well, I mean, deoxyribose acid, it's just a thing.
What if we put the black light in your son Justin's room?
Dog pees a lot in there.
I don't know what would be on in there. I don't know what's going on in that room. That's why I keep the doors closed. Anyway, the air freshener, I don't know if it's the good thing to do or not a good thing to do, but I've decided to hang these little sex wax air fresheners on every doorknob in the house to try and overwhelm the dog pee smell. We'll see how it goes.
All right, good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this Live Imaging Tuesday. Thanks to Geese and Wines. Tomorrow's a windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst from ESPN will be with us. We'll have fun in Frivolity. Sedano will be live from Milwaukee. Hey, everybody. Plus, Cappy will be in studio. We'll press the flesh. Maybe we'll do a wacky Wednesday game. You never know. What's up next? We'll see you Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Rich Eisen Show now.
Rich Eisen.